Hello, and welcome back to The Keeper of the Dead, our Pathfinder campaign. When we last left off, the group was on its return to confront the treacherous antiquarian Rukior, who had sent them off on a scheme to retrieve the void scythe of Harrowmane, which he intended to use for his own nefarious purposes to apparently conquer the entire kingdom. While they were out, they encountered Vanya Brightmoor, a member of the city guard. They encountered Nictus Loth, the sole living being in the outpost that housed the void scythe of Harrowmane, and a rough fellow by the name of Dredger. And they re-encountered all these people on their return and made the decision to visit the outpost that they had left from, Vagabond's Rest, in order to confront Rukior. And the others that they encountered along the way are waiting behind in reserve to come in as necessary. And you had decided to attempt to talk your way through the process rather than confront directly. And that is where we left off.
All right,
what are you gonna do?
Who's going in the door first?
I think we had said that I was going to go do it because I have
The
obscene charisma,
Yeah.
which has got me through bullshitting ghosts. Oh, darn, we're live. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's got me through ghosts, and it's got me through wine tasting. So what's so what's to say that I can't talk my way out of getting impaled by a bunch of mercenaries?
Remember, we're just going to tell them that we went there and that it's not there. The place is a ruins, and if there was anything there, it's long been pilfered.
Yep. That's what we gonna do.
All right.
That's what you're gonna do.
Let's do this.
Okay,
Alrighty
so
then. Let's see here. Mark, you're coming with me, right?
Oh,
Just as a
we're all
as backup.
going, right?
Yeah, we're all going in.
You don't separate the group. If there's anything that I know.
I was under the impression that we needed to go ahead and leave at least one person with Vanya and an overly happy man.
You had decided last time that you would have one of Nictus's birds waiting in the trees to contact him if you needed help.
Watch on us. If we need help, he's going to go get them. Yeah. So all of us don't have to separate. We can all go in together.
Okay. Swell.
The merry band of adventurers goes back to the start of their adventure.
Okay. Let's do it.
Back where it all began.
Yes.
Okay, so you trudge through the dark foliage on your way back the short trail from the shoreline to Vagabond's Rest, the small outpost you had begun your journey on.
Yep.
As you approach, it is approaching full dark. It's sort of a twilight right now. So you see off in the distance behind the trees the slight glow of torchlight from the lanterns that are hanging outside the inn. And you approach, you reach the tree line where you can just see past into the clearing where the buildings are, and you see a large company of mercenaries. They're you can see from just where you are at the tree line, you can see at least 20 of them. Most of them appear to be human. Some of them are dwarves. A few of them are half orcs. And you also see a small handful of elf-like creatures with very dark, violet-hued skin. And off to the side, near the stables, where the stables are, you see a large, shambling shape, at least 2 or 3 times taller than a human, but it's too far off for you to be able to easily see what it is.
Is it vaguely humanoid in stature?
It looks quadrupedal.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Not sure where to begin.
You can see most of the mercenaries are just kind of loitering near the outside of the inn. A handful of them are clearly standing guard. Some of them are at the guard post that you'd never really noticed on your way in to Vagabond's Rest when you arrived the first time because it was storming so badly you could not see well enough. But there is a small little guard tower near the edge of the clearing facing either side of the road. You now see that they are manned by mercenaries. And also, all of these mercenaries, they're wearing various forms of armor, and there's ranging all the way from full plate mail to leather to chainmail to pieces of mixed and matched different kinds of armor. But most of them have helmets with ram's horns attached to them, and all of their armor features the insignia of a red death's head with horns.
Is this something I would know as...
Did you recognize this?
It almost sounds vaguely like the icon of a god. I can't be sure, though. Is that something I could roll on my knowledge religion?
You could.
So that would be a 14.
Okay. It doesn't seem to specifically be the iconography of any particular god that you know of.
Okay.
However, it does seem like it's clearly
organized.
The image is designed to indicate it's meant to evoke the image of a devil or a demon. You can easily tell that.
Okay. Can I roll knowledge arcana on this and see if it's see if there's any other mystical schools or cults or anything like that that I'm aware of?
Sure.
All right, we'll give that a shot. By the way, my character is really dumb. So sorry. So
charm the heck out of that book.
That's a 7.
7.
You got nothing.
No,
Yeah.
she has a -1 intelligence.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
wow.
it could be, it could not be. You don't really know.
Yeah. Listen, like sorcerers are not all about the knowledge in the books. They're kind of more, shooting from the hip kind of people. They rely on raw talent and prettiness to survive.
And rolling balls of flame.
And rolling balls of flame. Listen,
You don't need to be intelligent for fire.
No,
No,
you don't.
exactly.
You just need to light. You just need to be able to light things up. Okay, so do we
some
go?
people juggle geese.
I say we just go to the front door like we're going to go into the inn because there's no reason why we shouldn't be here.
Great.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, let's go.
Okay. As you begin to walk on your way from the edge of the clearing, a handful of armed mercenaries near you see you coming, and one of them quickly raises a crossbow and says, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Hi. My name's Savarka. This is my crew. We're going in there to talk to Rukior. He hired us a couple of days ago, and we're going to go talk to him.
Urkior didn't say he was expecting anybody.
Well, that's because he probably expected that we were going to die. I mean, he did kind of, send us to go get this, this weird thingy in the middle of a forest that's full of giant centipede things. Have you ever seen a giant centipede thing? Because trust me, you don't want to see a giant centipede thing.
Roll a some kind of check.
I was gonna say, I'm
Roll a
not
check.
bluffing right now.
I guess
Perform, maybe?
diplomacy, I think this would be.
Okay, we can diplomacy this. All right, well, that's more like it. That's an 18.
Woohoo!
He just kind of looks at you, and this is one of the dark-skinned elf-like creatures that you've seen.
Okay.
He just kind of eyes you up and down and says, "Names."
Like I said, I'm Savarka. They all have mouths. They can introduce themselves.
Don't get smart. I practice shooting this thing with gnomes. I'm not really worried about you. Names.
Well
Meriden.
met. I'm Hargath.
I'm Nerden.
I'm Freya.
All right.
Can you remember all those?
Yes, I can remember all those. All right.
All right. Because
Stay
if you're
here.
upset, you can go ahead and shoot the gnome.
Thanks, Targath.
Don't tempt me. Drago, watch him. I'll be back. And he turns around, sort of starts walking off towards the inn and goes inside. Drago is a large half-orc who's sort of standing there, just kind of arms crossed with a large sword at his that's clearly at the ready, and he just kind of stands there monolithic and silent. And then a few moments later, he comes back out and he says, all right, come on this way. Don't pull anything. We're watching you. And then he turns back and heads back towards the inn.
He takes himself a little too seriously.
Yeah, a little bit.
I am holding my tongue so much right now. I just want to be a smartass. Okay.
He leads you
We're going in.
back towards the inn, and as you approach the inn, you can more clearly see the stable area. The large shambling creature you can now clearly see is a armored mammoth with its tusks have been like decked out in armor with spikes jutting out of it at all kinds of nasty angles. It's just kind of sitting there tethered for whatever use it would be to one of the horse posts, and it's just kind of sitting there just idly sort of shuffling around, just eating hay out of a bin. And as you move, all the mercenaries in the area just kind of watch you moving towards the main
I
building
smile
in
and
the-
wave.
None of them smile back, and none of them wave back.
That's okay. I did it for me.
So as you enter the doors to the inn, you see sitting at the fireplace, you see Rukior, and you see Davenport, and you see a woman with reddish brown skin, curling ram's horns that are a part of her head, and a long, lithe, barbed tail, kind of just lounging in a seat nearby.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm going to roll a knowledge of the planes on this and see if I
Yep.
can identify what
Yep.
exactly she is.
I'm going to try Knowledge Arcana.
I have knowledge nature as well.
Oh,
So
hey,
that
look
would-
at that.
That'd be a 13.
Okay, this is clearly a tiefling.
A tiefling.
A tiefling.
Half demon?
Uh,
Half teeth?
what did you get for your roll?
I have a 12.
Okay, yeah, you. It's hard to tell. Tieflings are either part demon or part devil. There's subtle differences between the two. You can't tell by a glance which one she is.
So you're trying to say that they all look the same to me?
No, I'm saying tieflings specifically. Tieflings specifically come in many varieties, just because there's many varieties of demons and devils. So
All right.
no two tieflings do look the same, and that's part of why it's hard to tell by a glance.
Okay, I gotcha.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nice try.
I couldn't-
Don't piss off the
Good callback.
GM.
Yes.
Good
I-
callback.
Yep.
I'll die.
All right. So we're in here. We've got a tiefling in there.
Yes, and she's just kind of sitting there, just kind
Well,
of
Is she
taking in
with?
the.
Is she with Rukior? Is
They're-
or is she
yes,
just
they're
sitting in
sitting-
the inn?
They're both sort of sitting in front of the fireplace.
Okay, so
and
she's
Surely
just
that's
kind of-
her
Oh man.
company out there then.
yeah.
All right. So
That's
what,
what I was thinking too.
what time of day is it?
It's twilight. It's
Oh,
getting close to full dark.
okay. So what you're saying is that it's way too late for breakfast at Tiffany's. I'm so happy with myself. You
A
all don't
little
have to-
bit, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we have rigor and mortis, so the pun was
Oh.
dropped already.
I'm so happy.
You also distinctly notice
Yep.
Tom and Tibby are nowhere to be found.
Mm.
You do not see them.
Okay. Well, that's certainly something that I'm going to file away in the back of my head.
As you approach, Rukior stands. Says, well, I have to admit, I was not expecting to see you return so soon or so late. I thought you'd either return yesterday or not at all. So I wasn't expecting to see you today, particularly. So what have you brought me?
I mean, frankly, like, we're kind of surprised that we came back either. It was rough. It was really rough. Not an easy task. I gotta hand it to you. You said this was gonna be a challenging mission, and you delivered. And unfortunately, we have nothing to show for it. We got into the location. It's not there. It's been pillaged. It's gone.
Roll a diplomacy check.
And roll your ass up.
Or no, that would be a bluff check.
Either way, roll your
Either way,
ass
it's
up.
the same.
17.
He kind of looks at you. And for the first time since you've known him,
Mm-hmm.
he gets serious with his expression. Like, up till now, he's just kind of jovial and kind of bombastic and over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's kind of squinting at you and glaring at you a little bit. He says,
I don't look away.
so, you got to the place on the map that Davenport gave you and found nothing. Is that it?
No, we found a village, but it was destroyed and pillaged.
In
Yes.
ruins.
Whatever happened there and whatever's happened since, it was a long time ago. There's literally nothing there. We drug our asses through collapsed buildings and tower and everything, and it's not there.
And what he's not saying is that we had to fight giant centipedes and giant spiders and giant bears. All right? We fought a lot of things for nothing. We almost got eaten by a giant fish for nothing. And we came back here just to tell you that there is positively nothing there, and we're frankly a little upset about it.
And the prior team that went out before you, did you find any trace of them?
Corpses.
Killed by goblins. Don't worry, we killed the goblins.
Yeah. We fought the goblins too.
Roll another bluff check.
Oh. Well, that one is less good. 16.
Perhaps you did not look hard enough. It seems to me that you did come back rather soon, considering you didn't find anything. Perhaps you should go back and look again.
We spent a day there. A day looking for this thing.
Perhaps you should spend another day looking for the thing.
Okay. I mean, clearly you don't believe us, and clearly you think that this tiny army that you've got there is going to find something else. You think that they are going to be better explorers and better suited to overturn stones that we've already overturned. Trust us, Rukior. It doesn't take much more than an idiot to go ahead and turn over a bunch of stones, look over a bunch of walls, dig up some dirt, and make sure that there's no hidden compartments in the ground. We did it. There's nothing there. Leave it be. You want to go ahead and save yourself some money, you can go ahead and call these guys all off right now.
He turns to the tiefling in the chair nearby and he says, Rekabel, I was assured by your representative that you were an extremely capable lot, and I would assume also from the pay you've asked of me that your results are to my liking. And she kind of just leans back with her hands behind her head and she says, "Course, antiquarian. We do not fail. We have excellent results on every mission we have ever embarked upon, and once contracts are signed, they are signed in blood and are signed forever. Contract with us, you can expect to get what you pay for." And he says, "Well, she seems rather confident."
I'm going to speak to her infernal and say, "You honestly think that you can find something that we spent a day searching for with that lot out there?"
She says back to you in infernal, "My dear, you found it. I know you found it. I will find wherever you hid it."
So be it. Look to
She
your heart's
again
content.
speaks in infernal. "The contract
Until
has not
you
yet
ask."
been signed. If you can make a better counteroffer, now is the time."
No. Do what you
Very well.
I mean, I would participate in the conversation, but there is nothing for me to participate in. I mean, rather, I can't speak infernal, so I don't know what you're saying.
Right.
Brukir says, "Enough of this. If you have not found the item, I will give you the opportunity to accompany Miss Rekabel Vezka on her return journey. Perhaps with you and the 53 other men she brought with her, we can achieve better results. I believe that will be sufficient."
You call those men? Please, I've seen better.
Look,
I've seen
you were-
better.
I don't want to bring it down, but that lot out there is going to sink into the swamp. We traveled light, we traveled quick, and we still barely made it through. That lot is going to sink into a quagmire. But hey, if you want to send them out there, you go for it.
Isaiah, it's your
We're
money.
done. Yeah, we're done.
I suppose you are. Rekabel, kill them. Roll for initiative.
Oh, ouch.
Fantastic. Finally, the fighter gets to go ahead and do what she's meant to do.
Yeah, but I don't.
Die bravely in front of the group.
Is there a modifier on an initiative roll?
Your
Basically, just your dexterity.
Dexterity.
Your dexterity? I only have a 1 for dex, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sucks.
Would you roll a 2?
No, I rolled a 9, so a 10 modified.
It's one less than me.
21.
I rolled a 6 modified.
Okay, well,
God, I hate going first in combat. It's always the terriblest.
get that fireball ready.
Fireball is not going to do shit against it.
That's true.
Is going to be. Hang on. Okay. First off is Rekabel. She stands up in one swift gesture from her seated position and swiftly draws 2 black metallic daggers. And as she unsheathes them, a burst of flame accompanies each blade as it comes out of its holster, and they sit in her hands, glowing with a subtle ember-like flame. And she swiftly makes a jump for Savarka
What's she going for me for?
because you did all the talking.
Eh, well, she totally.
Your mouth.
And she's got a 13 to hit.
Not enough.
She swiftly dives for you with 1 blade. She has another attack. That doesn't hit either. She swiftly dives for you with 2 blades. You just kind of barely step out of the way, and she kind of retreats back towards the fireplace. Next is Savarka.
Yay! All right, so let's go ahead and we'll do something in here. Let's do. All right, I believe it's all right. Ray of Enfeeblement. We're gonna go ahead and get her a little weak, so she has to go ahead and make a Fortitude save for half damage. And the Fortitude save is versus a DC of... Oh, what's the DC? 15.
Nope.
She doesn't make it?
No, she makes it.
Oh, she makes
Doesn't
it?
work.
Oh, no. No, it still hits. It just only has half.
Oh, it only
Only
has
does
that.
half damage. So, not bad. So, that would normally be 9 points. 9 points of damage. Are we going to round up or round down for 4.5?
I think it's supposed to be rounded down.
Okie dokie. So that's 4 points of 4 points of strength docked for the next. Let me see here. It looks like it's 1 round per level. So next 5 rounds, she is at -4 strength.
Okay.
Well, that was useful.
I try.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I took some non-fire spells.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so I'm pretty sure that that's my turn.
Hargath, what was your
11.
initiative?
11.
Okay. And you are, I think, next.
All right. I produce my holy symbol and do a channel energy at her. Her DC is her will. It's a will save versus a DC of 15.
Okay.
And
That hits.
all right, so she then takes. Where is it here? Trying to remember if it does extra damage because she's evil and I'm good. So it's 3d6. Oh crap! I don't see anything about it. I could have sworn there was something about it, but I don't remember now. So she takes 10 damage
Okay.
to her face. Holy.
10 holy damage.
She shrinks back from it. Is like, but she's clearly able to withstand a blow solidly. But
I'm gonna ask her.
it definitely hurts her.
I'm gonna ask her Infernal how that tasted.
She says, "Spicy."
Oh god. I hate everything about that. Literally everything.
Neridin is next.
All right. I think. Yeah, my bonus attack is cleave. I think that's only for
That's for if you're attacking multiple.
more than one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't actually use that.
You
But I have power attack.
Yeah. What is that?
+1 base bonus attack. It says.
Yeah, but don't you like? Oh, it's +1 to your bonus attack roll
Yeah.
or to your attack roll.
To my attack roll. Yeah.
Oh, sure, fucking do it. I'm so bad.
Filter.
I have literally no filter.
We'll fix it in post.
Impossible. That's all right. Okay. So I have a +1, and I attack with my great axe.
Cool.
Go
1d12
for it.
Plus your strength.
plus my strength, which is 4.
Oh wait. Yep.
And +1,
Wait a
so it's
second.
+5. What?
Oh wait, you rolled the d12 first?
Roll to attack first.
Is it
Roll to attack first, right? So you
roll
roll
the
the 20
d20
first. Okay, and then the attack for the damage. Sorry, I get ahead of myself.
Okay, we haven't fought in a long
I'm
time.
still learning, and I haven't rolled for, I don't know, like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Since I had to get the spiders off me. So 17
hit?
plus whatever my. Does that
You're looking for your
That hits.
base
You're looking
attack
for your-
bonus.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it is.
What's base
Yeah,
attack?
it's 7. Your base attack at this level should be 5 plus whatever your strength is.
Okay. So my strength modifier is 4.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
So yeah, so 17 plus 9 is basically it.
Okay.
It hits.
Hits fairly handily.
Hit it very hard.
And then you need to roll your damage. I believe you're using a great axe, right?
Yes.
So that's a 1d12. And
Yeah.
that's
Plus your strength, which is
plus your
4.
strength.
Okay. 12 plus 4.
16.
Wow.
That
All you,
Hit it with
Very
a
hard.
killer.
all you needed to do to hit it was just put some horns on it.
Yeah.
Apparently, I needed to not
You-
be bugs.
you sink it deep into the flesh of her shoulder, and her armor is mostly leather, and it doesn't quite have the resilience to be able to do much. When you pull it back, steaming blood comes with it, and like there's like some steam that has kind of a brimstone kind of a scent seeps out of her bloody shoulder, and she shrinks back from that too.
Now that was
That hits
spicy.
her pretty good. That was very spicy.
Yeah. You know, you might be metal, but you're never going to be brimstone scented blood metal.
Never as metal as an actual demon.
Next
Alright.
one is Rukior. It's his turn.
Oh.
Wait,
What the hell?
So,
Oh,
What?
damn it.
What a jackass.
Why
No,
is he in this?
What? He just
because
needs
he's
to
in the
back off.
room. He's not just gonna sit there.
Why
on the
not?
sofa
All
just
he's done
drinking
so far
wine.
is sending people off to do his bidding, and he's got a half demon here to
No.
Mhm.
beat people
Fine.
up.
He holds up his hand, and one of the rings on his many ringed fingers begins to glow, and he casts blindness on the entire room. So everybody make a
Will save?
see, it's a will save, I think. Yeah,
Does,
make a will save.
okay, so does Will negate it? Or.
It'll either blind you or it won't blind you.
Okay.
It's a pass fail.
Okie dokie.
10. Modified.
13.
Wait, what do I use to modify that?
You should
it's
have a
D20
will.
Plus your will save.
Yeah, it says will under defense on our
Mhm.
sheet.
Oh,
You
okay.
can click on the bottom. There's like shortcuts on the bottom.
Okay, I got a 23.
Defense.
13.
Okay, everybody but Savarka is blinded. You suffer a -2 penalty to your armor class. You lose your dexterity bonus to AC, and you take a -4 penalty on strength and dexterity-based skill
Oh.
check.
Dang it.
That sounds terrible.
I don't like this guy. I should have stolen his rings. I have no stealth, but I should have stolen them
He
anyway.
stands there with his hand outstretched, and just this blinding light it fills the entire room. And he says, "Such impudence!" And he steps behind Davenport.
Okay.
Would it be nice
Next.
to set him on fire next, I guess?
Who's
I can set both of them on fire.
I
That
think
thing's made
that
of
sounds
wood.
like a good idea. Because, Davenport's going to attack too, right?
Yeah. Well, hey, which of the birds was on lookout? Overwatch.
Rigger, the fat lazy owl.
I'm gonna yell, Rigger! bring in
Bring in
the
the
cavalry,
backups. Yeah.
Yep.
and hope that carried. And I'm yelling that at the top of my lungs.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you could do that on your turn.
Okay, I'll do that
it
on my
is-
turn.
Yeah, you
it's
do
your
that on
turn
your
now.
turn. Do it, Isabella. In
Is it my
character.
turn now?
Yeah. Do it in
Okay.
character. In
Cool.
character. Act it out. Do it.
Oh, come on, just do it.
I can't do it.
You have to do
It's
it.
okay. No
Just
one's
say
looking
the
at you.
words.
Rigger, get everyone over here.
There you go.
There we go. This is why I never acted.
She can still attack though, right?
Oh yeah, that's a free
Yeah.
action.
That was just we were just being difficult.
Yeah. And you're
Yeah,
blinded.
it's not. Yeah, it's
by
not
what
like
you're
she wanted
attacking.
to go ahead and recite Play-Doh. That's a free
If
action.
it didn't happen in the game, it didn't happen. So you had to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I Can I do a thing now?
Yeah, do a thing.
Yes. Do a thing.
Do a big thing. Whatever your biggest thing is you can do.
Okay,
Oh, wait.
so I roll.
She's blinded though.
Yeah, she is.
Oh.
One of your best option at this point might be to go on full defensive, unless you have a spell that can help us immediately.
I don't have spells. I have a sword and I have a bow.
I thought you were a ranger.
Yeah, but I don't know how to use spells.
Rangers have spells.
Rangers have spells.
I don't know how to use them. And I don't
Okay.
know what.
Okay, all right. In which case, just I would strongly advise going on the full defensive until you get your sight back, because you're probably going to provoke a lot of attacks of opportunity, and you might end up doing more harm than good if you're just trying to go ahead and fight blindly, unless you have the feat blind fight.
No. I obviously don't. Okay. I don't know what else I can do except just like draw my sword and hold it in front of me.
Yep.
In case something comes at me.
You're like,
Yeah, if
just
you go-
like blindly be like this. Just like
Yeah, if you go on full
Nice.
defensive, at the very least gets you a bonus to your AC to at least make up for what your dexterity lost you.
okay.
And DM, just so we know, how long does this blindness last?
2 rounds.
2 rounds. Jeez, that's
2 full rounds?
Well,
Yep.
I'm
for an
hoping-
android, sir. That's nearly an eternity.
I'm hoping that
Could have
Mark
been 4.
might be able to cast a spell or something. So cleric to help clear up our blindness, maybe.
Wait, did
Maybe
you?
when he gets a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a battle mage. All right, so don't look
No,
at
no.
me.
No, I know. I didn't.
Freya, are you gonna try and do anything else at all, or are you just gonna stay there?
I guess not, because I've been strongly advised against it.
Okay. It's Davenport's turn.
Yeah.
So he sits there, or Rukior stands behind him and he says, Davenport, clean house. And then Davenport stands at attention, raises both of its arms forward. Panels slide open in its forearms, and 2 heavy crossbows pop out and unfold and point at 2 of you. And he makes a shot for, he sends one shot at Hargath. And he's got a 19 to hit.
And I have a 19 AC right now.
So I believe that's a hit.
I would say, do ties go to the defender? I forget.
I thought they went to the defender, but I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. Oh, no, wait, sorry. He's got a +6 to attack, so it's 25. I forgot to put that in. So he does hit.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, it's all right then.
Yeah. He's got 1d8. Gotta get my d8 out. Ugh. $16.
16 damage. Damn.
Yep.
That's not going to be good.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all.
Mm-mm.
I was
Yeah.
really hoping that Davenport was just going to come out with a broom and just actually start cleaning.
Yeah, me too.
Nope. And he's got a second attack, but he got a natural 1, so he doesn't.
So
Like
he
Doesn't that
implodes.
mean he accidentally put it in his mouth and pulled the trigger?
Yeah.
No, it does not. It
He
means
should
that
literally shoot himself in the foot.
Yes. See. That's
it means
what-
he aims it at Freya, but apparently the crossbow didn't quite pop out into place properly, and the
Mhm.
bolt just kind of ricochets off his own hand and kind of flies off into the ceiling and doesn't come anywhere close.
Okay,
Yeah.
how much
So
damage
it's
did he
just
take?
it's just a misfire.
Saved by a bad roll.
It chipped some paint off his knuckle. Like they're not paint, but just like a little wood chip flies
Yeah.
off, and that's it. It doesn't actually hurt him. So we're at the top of the round.
Okay, so
that's Brecca Bell again.
yeah, time for Tiffany.
Rebecca Bell.
Yeah.
Or Tiefling.
She has a. I got all my stuff all over the place. She's got a 16 to attack Hargath.
And she does not hit.
Yeah. She goes again. She lunges for you, but it seems like she might have gotten a little bit dazed by the blindness spell too. So she's got like spots in her eyes. She can't quite see you. She misses you. But then she has another attack. That one's 24.
Ow.
Was that to me?
Yes.
Sadness.
Okay. How much damage?
That is 1d4 plus 1. That is 3 regular damage, and then on top of that, it deals 4 fire damage.
Ouch.
Well, here's hoping that kid shows up with his magical abilities, because
we're not doing so good, guys.
Savarka, your turn.
Okay, so, DM,
Yes.
what are the hit die of our tiefling friend, our antiquarian friend, and our wooden golem friend?
D4, or it's 4.
Okay, so all right, so it's 4 hit die for each of them individually.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so here's what's going to happen then. I'm going to go ahead and cast Color Spray on all of them, because it's a thing. It can fill.
You mean it's a cone?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
cone. An AoE spell in a cone.
Yep, it's an AoE spell in the cone, and fortunately, it doesn't affect any of my teammates because they can't see.
Hooray!
Yay!
Nice.
And doesn't affect me because I'm the caster of the spell. So
nice.
So it will save negates it. And let me see here. This is a 15. Each of them needs to go ahead and roll a 15. And then I'll tell you what happens afterwards.
Okay. Brecca fails.
Yes.
And
Rukiar.
Rukiar, yeah, he gets a 17.
Asshole.
And Davenport, the blast washes across his body, and these runes encased in his wooden skin that you couldn't actually see before begin to glow with the different shades of the color spray, and they kind of course across its surface and then move towards its chest and glow subtly in where its heart would be if it was a living creature, and then kind of fade again, and it seems to have no effect.
All right, well, I was expecting it to have no effect on him, so that's fine. I was really hoping that I would take down Rukior. All right, well, all right, so Rukior is still standing. All right, so Breakfast at Tiffany, she is going to be blinded and stunned for 2 rounds, and then stunned for an additional 1 round beyond that.
Oh, nice.
And
So
she had another thing on her. Did you take that you had cast on her before? That was 4 rounds. What was that one? That was -4. Was it -4 to her attack?
oh, it was -4 to her strength.
Okay.
I am actively trying not to burn down the building that we're all standing in.
Right, because we like the
I could
the
survive
innkeepers.
it. So for
Like
rules,
living.
so for rules things, a stunned creature drops everything that they're holding, meaning that the knives fall to the floor. She cannot take actions, takes a -2 penalty to armor class, and loses dexterity bonus to armor class if she has any.
Nice. Yeah, she drops her Blades kind of stumbles back. She falls back into the chair and just kind of locks up, like she's just frozen in place.
Okay. Well, that's good. So now I've only got one person to deal with.
2.
Yeah,
All right,
Davenport.
I've got one less person to deal with. All right. So I think
Okay.
that's about the turn.
Yep. Okay, you're next.
Oh, sorry. So I am going to raise my holy symbol and cry out to Sarah and Ray at the top of my lungs and produce a magic circle against evil around us.
What does that do?
All right, so this spell wards a creature from attacks by evil creatures, from mental control, and from summoned creatures. It creates a magic barrier around the subject. And this is, I'm reading from Protection from Evil specifically, but it actually, when you do a circle, it's the same effect. So I have to read this first to you. The barrier moves with the subject and has 3 major effects. So basically it's centered on me. First, this any of the subjects within the circle that are my pals gain +2 deflection bonuses to AC and +2 resistance bonuses on saves. And both these bonuses apply against attacks made or effects created by evil creatures. Second, the subject, or subjects in this case, immediately receive another saving throw if one is allowed to begin with against any spells or effects that possess or exercise mental control over the targets. So does your blind effect allow us to make another saving throw?
I think so, yeah.
So just to be sure here, Rukior is evil, yes?
Yes, he would count as evil.
Okay.
Davenport does not.
Okay.
Davenport is true neutral, I assume.
He is a
So-
construct, so he's not even a creature.
So
Right.
he's a construct. He is unable of having an alignment.
Yes.
All right, so that means that myself and Regina and, or I'm sorry, myself, Hargath, and Nira and Freya all get to make another saving throw versus our blindness with a +2 to it.
Oh,
So
nice.
whatever it was before and +2.
Okay.
So I got a 27.
You pass.
I have, go ahead.
22.
You pass.
I have 14.
You don't. You're still
Damn
blinded.
it.
Blinded by the light.
It was my idea to have Mark help us. I mean, Hargath help us.
Well, helped me.
Yeah, but you're not the one who's supposed to be beating the crap out of things.
This
Okay,
is true.
is that your
I'm
turn?
kind of useless.
And thirdly, the spell prevents bodily contact by evil summoned creatures. So, and then the next thing you need to know is that, let's see, basically evil creatures cannot pass through the circle. So if Rukior or the Tiefling are within 10 feet of me, they're going to want to not be within 10 feet of me.
Cool.
And let's see, the duration is 10 minutes per level. So
It'll go through the rest of the fight. Like,
yes,
not
very
gonna-
easily.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Narratin.
Okay, so someone has to explain to me. I'm assuming I'm in the same, since I'm still blinded. I'm in the same
You're still
boat
blinded.
that Freya was in, that I shouldn't attack.
I mean, you
No,
can
that's not
try.
true. You could go after the Tiefling who's in worse shape than you are.
But she doesn't know where the teeth
You
But
can
I don't know
find
where
her.
she is. I can't see her.
You
Yeah,
don't even
she-
know
yeah.
she's blind. Or that
Right.
she's stunned.
Well, I
I
might
got
have
her.
heard her.
stunned. She dropped her weapons,
I can still hear her, right?
You would have heard the weapons fall to the floor,
Right.
so you know
Yeah.
she's disarmed.
and
but you
I
don't
would have
know
said
she's beyond
that was her.
Right.
She's unarmed.
That's revisionist history and metagaming, so you
Yes.
did not say that.
Fine.
Can I ask if Davenport? Can I ask my cohort if Davenport is close enough to me?
You can have 6 seconds worth of conversation.
6 seconds. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, can I hit anybody from where I'm standing right now if I were to swing feet? Are Rukier and Davenport close enough so I could hit them with feet?
I'm going to quickly survey the room. Who is closest to my friend with the big sword?
Axe.
Currently, who was the last one you attacked? I forget.
The tiefling.
Was it?
Tiefling?
Yeah. She's still technically closest. But she's
Okay.
not within ease. You still have to move to reach her.
I'd have to
'cause she
move to
fell.
reach her. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling confident about moving while I'm blind and attacking, so I will not attack.
So if you want to go full defensive, that's probably your best option.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah. Probably smart.
Yeah.
All right. It is Rukior's turn.
Rukior can go fly a kite.
No, he can use another ring from his
I knew it.
same hand. It glows, and you see all of a sudden there's this hellfire storm of glowing embers from the fireplace flying telekinetically at all of you. And he got a
Okay.
natural 20.
I got a natural.
Well, we're dead.
Where
So-
are our guys?
So
Where's
no
our
reflex
backup?
I'll confirm the crit. It didn't confirm the crit, so it isn't a crit.
thank goodness.
But still, he's going to hit all of you. Like, that's just going to happen.
Okay.
Uh,
There's no
and-
reflex save for half damage or nothing like that?
you can try.
What?
And remember, they all have +2 to their will save or to any of their saves right now
Yeah.
because of the magic circle versus evil.
Nope.
Nope.
I get
So-
pelted.
Is it a reflex save? You said.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm definitely getting pelted.
What's our?
Does 21
Oops.
help me?
21, yeah, you'll take half
What do we roll for a reflex? Is it dexterity?
dexterity.
Yeah, you should have a reflex listed right next to your
Oh
will.
yeah, I do. Yep. That's
So
not good.
add that to your doodad. To your die roll. What'd you do? Will?
Straight to my face.
Nice.
21.
Okay, you'll take half damage and Hargath takes half damage, but the rest of you, you'll take. Or did you not roll yet?
Huh? Oh, no. I'm just trying to go ahead and figure out how damage resistance works.
Oh,
Because I have damage resistance for fire +5, and I'm not sure how it works.
I think it just cuts out 5 of whatever fire damage you take. That's my thought.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, because
you,
she's part dragon, so she's
yeah.
the whole fire
People
thing.
who were attacked by it who did not make their saving throws, they will take 8 fire damage.
Except
And anyone who did gets 4 damage. You get 3.
I get 3.
Yes. Taking out 5 points of damage.
I'm all right with that.
And just this scattering of hot coals just goes across the floor in all directions.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And
yell
I'll
at
piss off.
Savarka. Would you kill that son of a bitch?
Nice.
It needs
Freya,
to,
your
like,
turn.
Davenport needs to be lit on fire next.
Yeah. I instinctively bring out my claws, like, gladly. She has dragon claws, by the way.
Of course she does.
Freya,
It's
you're-
it's a thing that her particular lineage of sorcerers got.
Right. Okay.
Can I stab someone?
you can try. You're no longer blinded.
Or you could shoot as a ranger now too, I guess. Well, I guess it's
well,
close
it's pretty
quarters.
close quarters. For
Yeah.
that. Get the tiefling.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I just go for the tiefling since she's not moving and can't do anything?
Sure.
I mean,
Stab her in the heart.
she's pretty much prone at this point.
Okay. 17. That's pretty good.
Mm.
Do I add a modifier to that?
Yes.
You just rolled the 17?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you would add your attack bonus, which is typically
It's going to be your dex bonus as a
as a ranger.
You'll hit. Her AC is 17, so you hit her.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I had 3.
Roll
So-
damage.
D8.
You have a longsword?
D8. Yeah, it's a longsword.
Okay, cool. You're on it.
So yeah, D8
5.
plus dexterity.
Oh, 5 plus 3.
So that's
Ooh.
8 damage.
Nice. You hit her, and she just kind of like twitches and goes, like she still can't move, but you can tell she felt it.
Okay, I'll take that, I guess.
Alrighty.
Okay,
I dig it.
it is Davenport's turn.
Fuck Davenport. I don't like him anymore.
No. I
I
always
guess
knew
he
I
was
didn't
so
like him.
cool.
He turns one crossbow at Freya,
God damn it.
gets a
Sorry.
15 to hit.
What's your AC? Your armor class?
Should be somewhere near the top.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
right
right.
under defense. The defense subheading.
Yeah, but what?
It literally will just say AC.
It says
Oh my
AC.
Yeah.
I don't know if I actually put anything there.
Well, your AC is going to be the sum of 10 plus your armor bonus plus your dex modifier. So what's your dex modifier?
It's +3.
So she's
3 and I have plus 3 armor, so it's just 6.
16.
16.
16.
Oh,
Okay.
so you just barely take it. The crossbow bolt kind of ricochets off your shoulder. It bounces off into the wall, and it doesn't actually harm you. The second attack goes to Neridin. That is a 19.
What's your armor?
19.
Do ties go to the defender?
Ties go to the defender. So
Yep.
that one, it sinks into the plate of your shoulder, but doesn't pierce your flesh. It just kind of, boing, just kind of like sticks into you, and then
You got shot.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got shot.
I have a.
I yelled
bolt
that to
is
her in character.
It's like sticking out of me.
it's sticking out of you, but it's not hurting you. It's just kind of
Right.
like hanging out there.
It's in my armor.
And then back to the top. Does Rekabel get a chance to make saving throws each round?
She can't take any actions.
But does she get to make saves against the effect?
It doesn't say that, so I'm going to assume no.
Let me check real
Well,
quick.
usually it'll tell you if they get to take other saving throws every round that they're under the effect.
The spell that I looked up didn't say that. It didn't say that they got to make any other saving throws.
Assuming since she can't move.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was like a willpower save or anything like that. So yeah, she just doesn't get to take a turn. That was supposed to last 2 rounds, right?
So this should be number 2. That she is
Okay.
blinded and stunned, and then she is stunned for 1 more round after the
Okay.
blindness wears off.
So you can sort of see that she's like still kind of trying to bring it back. You can see her kind of twitching a little bit and like kind of blinking, but she still can't move. Next is Sabarka.
Okay. All right. We're going to go completely cliche in here. You want to fight fire with fire? Let's do this.
Yes. Burn it down.
Nice.
Okay. So let's see what I've got. Okay. So Scorching Ray sounds like a lot of fun.
That sounds delightful.
Effective.
It
Mhm.
sounds extremely effective. Let me just remember what I have to do. Okay. So ranged touch. I'm going to go ahead and try to set Davenport on fire.
Nice.
Because
Yes.
I'm assuming that I don't have line of sight directly to Rukior, correct?
Rikior is he like when he takes his actions, he kind of like peeks out from behind Davenport and fires the beam and then hides back behind him, like he's taking cover behind
Like-
Davenport.
Like
You
the
know,
most annoying video game character.
You know what you
Yeah,
could always
exactly.
do is you could just summon that big ball of fire behind him and roll it up against him and pinch him against Davenport.
I could, but this sounds like so much more fun. Okay, so how does a 22 sound for a ranged touch attack versus Davenport?
You hit him.
Swell.
Hit
All right.
him very hard.
All right. And what? Oh, hey, look at that. There's no saving throw. This is great. He has no choice but to take this. All right. So what's he going to do? 4d6. 46 currently sits at 5 plus 3 plus 2 is 10 plus 3 is 13, and he is on fire.
Good to know. You do that. Again, the runes across his body begin to glow orange. They glow bright orange, and then it kind of channels towards this region of his chest. You see no other effect.
You're an asshole. I say that to Davenport.
It's going to be really awesome when you have
Hi.
Again.
for mature on the video.
I was expecting some of that for this.
Yep.
All right, fine. I'm going to go ahead and do the thing that you suggested next round.
Okay. It's my turn?
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and cast a Cure Serious Wounds on myself. So
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and just choose not to make a saving throw.
Probably a good idea.
Wow, that was the crappiest heal spell ever.
Did you just roll 3 1s?
1, 1, and 4. So
Ouch.
that would be
Yay, 6.
11 points of healing for me. All right. Well, that was lame. And I'm gonna yell to Nira to chop down that wooden man.
All right.
You hear me, Nira? Chop down the wooden man.
It's been 2 rounds, so so you should be coming out of it.
Yeah.
What is she doing? What is Regina doing? Yeah, that's you. Aren't you Nira?
Yes.
Chop down the wooden man.
See if it's allergic to metal.
Am I blind still?
No.
It should not be.
Okay.
It was supposed to last 2 rounds. It's been 2 rounds.
Okay. I thought
Yeah.
never mind. Okay.
Still learning. But it's not your turn yet.
Right.
It is Rukio's turn.
It is?
Comes. Yep.
Okay.
Or no, wait, no, sorry.
No.
Sorry. Yeah, it is your turn.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, he wasn't before me. He went after me. That's why we were all surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to attack Davenport.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that since he's hiding behind him, I still can't use cleave.
Yeah, you can use cleave.
If you can get close enough.
So I'd have to move.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to move close enough to Davenport to provoke an attack of opportunity from him to get to Rukior.
What does that mean?
Since Rukior is standing behind him.
He basically it basically means he gets a free attack against you for moving.
That shouldn't happen though. Basically, she's attacking Davenport and hoping to cleave into Rukior after the attack on Davenport.
What is the reach on the weapon?
I don't know. It's a 2-handed axe. Or is it?
Doesn't really have reach.
I don't think.
I mean,
it doesn't say anything about reach on my notes about it, at least.
Yeah, I don't think you would be able to if you could flank him and kind of get next to them.
I would have to kind of maneuver next to them to get, so I could because of where he is. Okay, well, I'll just do a regular.
Right now, he's not close enough for you to reach him.
All right, so I'm just going to do a regular attack against Davenport. But should I still have one bonus too? So 19 plus 4 plus 1 is 24.
That'll hit.
Okay. And then I roll a 12 for the damage. 5.
Okay.
Plus your strength.
You actually
plus my
can,
strength. Oh,
you
plus
actually
my
can make a cleave attack. It doesn't necessarily need to hit Rukior. It just says make an additional attack if the first one hits.
oh,
So
okay.
even if
Make a second attack.
So you
Okay.
so you can cleave into Davenport again.
Right. Okay.
It's like
So
a
that hit
whack,
for
whack.
no, so that hit for 9. If it's it, I rolled a 5, so plus
Okay.
4 is 9. So that hit for 9. Okay, so I can make a second attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
That's not as good. That's an 11 modified.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
The first one does. You sink your axe into the side of the Davenport's arm, and it chinks right into the wood. There's a couple of little chunks of wood that fly off as you do it. You pull back and make a second swing, but you miss. It doesn't reach him. But you did clearly cause him actual damage with the attack.
Okay. Good.
Well, good. He's not allergic to metal.
Right.
But he is allergic to metal.
I'm hoping he's not allergic to your fire.
No, he's definitely not allergic to my fire.
so,
I tried that.
That's right. Too much to remember.
Okay, now it's Rukior's turn.
Yes.
He kind of he sees that you're getting a bit close to him. He holds out his hand again with his same original ring, specifically targeting you, Neridan, and he hits you for I lost. Dice.
Oh, sorry, that's a 1. You lost the
No.
die. It's a 1.
It's an 18 to hit.
So what's your AC, Regina?
19.
18 plus 4.
Hey.
22. I keep forgetting to add it, but it's 22.
All right.
Okay, so he hits me for 3.
Okay. He hits you full on. You feel this blast of pure telekinetic force strike you hard, and then it sends you flying backwards all the way up against the wall and does 3 points of damage to you. You fly across the room, you tumble kind of over the bar and kind of crash into the kitchen.
Can I yell, "Where is Nictus?"
You can
Yeah.
yell whatever you want.
Where is Nick?
Where? Yes, exactly. As I'm going in. Where is Nictus?
Okay.
Okay.
It is Freya's turn.
Keep stabbing her.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna do that again.
I have a question, DM. If this tiefling is, stunned and sprawled back on her back or whatever the heck's going on, wouldn't it be possible for Freya to just deliver a coup de grace, slit her throat?
Yeah, can I just do that?
Just like
You could try.
Okay.
She's
Just
close enough. Yeah, you could do it. You could try.
if I just hit her, I'm pretty close.
Yeah, you can hit her. You can try. See what happens.
15 plus 3. That's 18. Is that hit?
That'll hit.
all right, so you hit. She should be dead now.
I'll say you can double the damage,
Okay.
considering that she's essentially prone.
Okay, so I rolled a 5, so that's 10 damage.
Yeah.
Plus
you.
Plus your, wait,
Plus,
did you add your dexterity modifier?
no, I always forget to do that.
So
add
5
that first
plus
and then
3.
double it.
So yeah, so 5 plus 3 is 8, 16 damage.
16? Ah, okay.
Okay. You gash her good. You try to slit her throat, and it does do a great deal of damage. There is quite a bit of blood. The steam just wafts up in front of her face, and she kind of just seizes up, and you can see this look of hatred in her eyes as you do it, because she can see you now. She just can't move. She's locked onto you. She's there's just this pure hatred. And you can swear that the smell of brimstone gets even more intense as you do it, but she's still not dead. Yeah.
Not dead
Next
yet.
turn, Davenport. Davenport turns toward you, Freya, and he puts down his arms, pivots towards you, points his chest at you, and sends this beam of collected energy in your direction for 17 points to hit.
17 to hit, so that should hit you.
No, because she's got a +2 to her AC.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, she doesn't. Wait, does she have a +2 to her AC just against evil people?
Oh, you're right. I forgot
Aw.
Yeah,
the construct isn't evil at
Fine.
all.
it doesn't have an alignment.
Even with all the runes it has on it.
It doesn't have an
Are
alignment.
they evil runes?
It's completely neutral. Like
Fine.
it's more neutral than neutral technically is. It doesn't have a will of its own.
Fine.
That's all I would say about
Hold
that.
on,
guess
let me
it
look
does.
at that because I don't know if that was just specifically to if the AC bonus was only against evil.
Okay, look that up real quick because that's the difference between.
lot
is
of
he gonna
damage.
hit?
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's by evil creatures specifically. So
Yeah.
nope.
It doesn't count as a creature anyway, so it wouldn't have affected it for that reason. So you take 13 points of damage, and you're similarly sent flying across the room.
And she doesn't get a spell save on that.
Nope.
No? All right.
Okay. Ah.
You just kind of fly back over the counter and kind of land.
And you land next to me.
Meriden. Just kind of like,
Right.
oh, and there's just steam coming off of your chest. It's just, you got hit hard.
I think we should both grab a bottle of something and take a nip off it while we're here.
Okay. That all happens. Suddenly,
Finally.
Oh,
the
have
front door
cavalry.
bursts open.
Yes.
Took him long enough.
Seriously.
The front door bursts open, and in walk two of the mercenaries
Oh.
who were standing guard outside. But at the same time as they come in, it's the two who you
We're
saw
talking
earlier,
to.
the dark-skinned elf-like creature and
There
the
you go.
half-orc.
Mhm.
They barge in, and like the half-elf type creature like levels a crossbow, sort of searches out the room, and before anything else can happen, this black vortex appears between them, expands to the size of like roughly like 2 yards in diameter in all directions into this black sphere, and rips them both in half and just
Ooh.
whirls them,
Oh,
sends viscera flying across the room,
Goodness gracious.
and from inside this dark portal, out jump Nictus, Vanya, and Dredger. They jump out and they just kind of stand
Damn
there.
glad to see you, boy.
Hi, Verato Nictas!
my God.
So they're in the fight now.
Yay.
They go at the end of initiative.
All right, so top of the round.
Yep.
Okay, so she is unblinded, but she is still stunned. This is the last round for her.
Yes.
I
She-
can't hit her again.
She kind of rides and she sort of manages to slide herself out of the chair. She's like down on both of her, like on her hands and knees, kind of just trying to gather herself together. Still can't really move. But you can tell, like, next round
Yes.
she's in.
Uh-huh.
Like, she's ready for blood.
Okay, okay.
And then it's Savarka's turn.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and summon a flaming sphere.
The
And-
flaming bouncy ball of awesome.
Yep, flaming bouncy ball of awesome. So, because I'm frankly getting tired of not hitting anything. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do one of those things it's going to manifest right behind Rukior.
Nice.
And I'm going to choose to roll it towards Rukior.
Nice.
Forcing
Go
him to make a reflex save. And it is either for it's all or nothing. So reflex save negates. Otherwise he's taking 3d6 damage.
Nice. Okay. Let me see what he can do. He's got a 18.
18? No, 18's enough. But the most important thing is that he had to jump out of the way. He is no longer protected by his wooden manservant anymore.
Yep, he kind of jumps sort of between Davenport and the tiefling. So he's kind of standing out there, like directly in front of the fireplace, and he's kind of like, whoa! Like he got a little singed by it. Like some of his robes.
His
kind of
robes,
his like,
fancy robes.
And then he kind of like looks up and he's like, oh, like he's noticed exactly what just happened.
I say, yeah, more than one person can play with fire here. Hargath, please execute this man.
Well, we'll see. It depends. We need to get the tiefling out of the fight. And are either of the two ladies of our party able to regain? Is it going to be possible for them to regain their feet and get up and move back to the tiefling to attack her? I don't know how big this room is by any stretch of the imagination, so I don't know how far away they flew or.
They flew about 20 feet.
So they could make it then, right?
They basically flew into the other room.
Okay.
They flew from like the main room into the kitchen.
So are they going to be able to get up and move back and make an attack this turn, or just get up and move back?
It depends.
On what?
Worst DM.
Depends on whatever else happens between now and then.
Someone blows up the room between now and then.
I have a combat maneuver bonus, so I'm hoping I can use that to move faster.
Yeah, that would do it.
Okay. So I should be able to get back in there. I don't.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I am going to go ahead and do. Let's see here. I think I'm going to go ahead. You know what? Screw that. I'm just going to walk up and I'm going to wall up that tiefling right in her noggin with my Morning Star.
Nice. Roll for an attack.
All right. She's still basically prone.
Yeah. If you hit her, you'll do double damage.
So that will be 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alrighty. And so that will be 1d8 plus 1 plus 2. So a d8 plus 3. That'd be 11 points of damage.
Nice.
Doubled?
Oh, 22 then.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Please tell me that her head just
I just basically walked up and I wound up really hard and came straight down on her head.
You hit her. You crack off one of her horns.
No.
And she falls flat on her face, bleeding profusely. But even as she does, you still hear her give this soft, faint moan of pain.
Are you
she's
serious?
She's taking her head off.
She's clearly very badly hurt right now.
But she's
not quite dead.
Okay, how many turns until she bleeds to death?
She should have 17 concussions from that hit alone.
I mean, I was hoping to hit her head so hard that I bounced her face off the floor.
I mean, that happened to a little bit. You smashed her down. She was trying to get up, and you flattened her down. and she's kind of just lying there groaning, but she's not dead yet. Neridin, you can see about ending her.
Or you can engage with Rukior, or
Yeah, no, I think I'm going for Rukior and Davenport.
Okay.
So I have to get in from the other room, right?
Yes.
Do I have to roll for this combat maneuver bonus?
you shouldn't have to.
No, it should just be a.
It should
I
just
think-
be a thing.
Yeah, I think it's just a thing. You can get there.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I want to now. Rukior and Davenport are. He's no longer hiding behind him, so I can
No,
stand.
he's standing right out in the open in front of the fireplace.
Okay, so I can go and I can attack both of them at the same time with the cleave
Yes,
attack.
you would be able
All
to do
right.
that now.
Then let's do that because I've been waiting. So 13 plus 5, 6 is 19.
Okay, that'll hit.
All
Both of them.
right. All right. For 2 plus my strength, so
Mhm.
for 6.
Cool.
And I get a second attack on that too,
Mhm.
Yes.
because cleave gives me a second attack.
Yep.
So who
Which one
the-
was that for?
Yeah.
Oh.
That one for Ricky or Davenport?
We'll go Rukiar with that one.
Okay.
Oh, good. Motherfucker finally has some. I'm so bad. I'm the
You're
worst
fighting,
person.
and you're just a sailor. Oh my
Oh my
god.
You can
Now it
actually
makes
attack
sense
Rukior
saying what we're
again.
all thinking.
Nothing says that your cleave attack has to be against two
You
different.
could hit him twice instead of hitting
Okay.
Davenport if
Okay.
you want.
16 plus 6 is 22. And I'll just do that on Rukiar too.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll hit him.
All right.
Cool.
Roll your damage. Roll better this time.
12
Plus your
Plus.
strength.
plus strength is 4, so 16.
Good. Finally bleeding.
Yeah, no, you hit him pretty bad.
Hit him
Like,
very hard.
you can see, like, as soon as you hit him, he kind of gives this girlish shriek, and he's like, kind of fumbles backward, and he's like, he's not used to pain. He doesn't know what that's. I think this is what pain feels like.
Yes, Captain Hammer.
It's like that.
I imagine that you came very close to, in my mind's eye, came very close to gutting him like a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going for mid because he's kind of fat and portly and rich, and so I was going
Yeah.
for a mid body hit on that for sure.
Yeah, you draw blood from the torso. Like he's
Mhm.
he's not feeling good from that.
Yep. Bleed him out.
Okay. It
I
is.
should have cut a hand off as I should have done. Give me those rings.
It's his turn.
He's mad now.
He's not mad. He's scared. So he immediately goes right back behind Davenport,
Of course he does.
and he.
Whoa.
Is he
So-
moving through threatened space?
So did he just jump into a ball of burning?
Oh, the fire's still
awesome?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's a
fireball, the fireball stops and doesn't move until I tell it to.
Okay, then he does not do that. He runs the other way. He runs behind the chair.
So he's
Just
hiding
kind of-
behind.
He hides behind this chair that the tiefling was in. He peeks out with one hand, and then he uses color spray with his ring. He blasts it with. Let's see, how does that work again? Target on it. We just did that.
I think it's a
Gotta
ranged
read it.
touch attack.
I think it is. And that's for all targets within a cone, I think.
Yeah, it's all targets within a cone, friendly or not.
Yeah. I think that's you're close enough that it will hit all of you. I believe.
We're
This
still
one's-
under his.
Isn't Freya like 20 feet away though?
Freya's still out of range, so it won't hit her.
Okay.
Right.
But it'll hit the rest of you.
Okay.
Well, the rest of us are inside of my magic circle still, so we get a. Is there a save?
I
Yeah.
think so.
It's a will save to negate.
Okay, then we all get a +2 to our will save.
All right. And what HD are we? Like, are we at 5 HD?
Technically,
Okay. So
dice we're level 5.
okay. So since we're at 5 hit dice, if we fail, the worst that's going to happen to us is that we are stunned for 1 round.
Yeah.
All right. So make your will saves.
Well, doesn't he have to make his range touch attack first?
Oh yeah.
It's a 23.
Christ's sakes.
For heaven's sake.
What is he, like Porky Ninja?
He's got some good gear.
Okay. Well, yep. I'm definitely gonna have to make a will save now. What's my DC?
DC. I'm checking.
What is DC again?
Difficulty class.
Okay.
It's the number that we have to
Meet or
beat in order to negate the effects of this spell.
Okay. I have a modified 17, so.
It's a 17.
Well,
So I think you'll pass.
I do not.
Not?
Yep, I definitely don't.
So you're both stunned.
Which means that we drop everything, which is great because I'm not holding anything.
Well, I dropped my maze or my morning star.
And your holy symbol, right?
My morning star is my holy symbol.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize they were the same thing. I thought you had like a symbol that you were holding and the weapon.
Yeah, the symbol is part of the pommel.
Got it. Okay.
It also hits Vanya and Dredger,
Oh,
and they are both stunned
great.
by the effect. Nictus gets his save.
All right.
Well, good. Somebody's got to do something.
Yeah, we need somebody.
Yes. And it is
Freya's turn.
Freya's turn.
And I think you can use your bow now too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Oh,
should
that's
like
true.
just come in the door with your bow and start shooting with your bow from a distance, given all the color spray and blinding stuff that's going on in here.
Yeah.
I almost said a different S word. See, Dante, this is your fault. I almost swore.
I am so sorry. I'm the worst. I'm the worst broadcaster. I know. Oh God, you're gonna have to fix this all in post. I'm really sorry.
I'm gonna have to learn how to bleep out. I don't even know how to do that.
I mean, you can just record me going beep and play that
Put it in
track
there.
at the same time.
I'll do what Jonathan Colton does, and I'll do a duck quack. Quack.
I'm all right with that. Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So I have this point blank shot thing, which means you're especially accurate in making ranged attacks against closed targets.
Yep.
You get a +1 on
Yep.
attack
But you were, yeah,
and damage.
Yeah, but you're not close range at this point.
You would have been close range before.
20 feet
You
is
can-
pretty close.
You can
What
get
is it?
to within
Well, 'cause
close
it says-
range.
It's a +1 on attack and damage with ranged weapons at ranges of up to 30 feet.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can get it then.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Then you get it. Sweet.
Now the
But-
question is who can
You
she
can
see
get that
to
from
attack?
anywhere in the room.
Yeah,
Who
who,
can she see to
who
attack?
should I go for?
I don't know. Maybe
I mean,
go for
Did you go for the tiefling?
the tiefling again. You kind of have a thing for her now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a moment.
Not a good thing, but you have a thing for her
You,
now.
you had a shared moment.
Yeah.
You know, almost letting someone throw it a moment.
Right.
Okay, so
Right
it's
for
13
temple.
plus 13, 16 plus that one, so 17.
Okay.
Does that hit?
She is no longer stunned. Her dexterity save will protect her from that. So she manages to just kind of shove her way out of the room, or out of the way, as she begins to slowly come back to her feet. So that one misses. It
Really?
is Davenport's turn again. He
She's half dead.
is just
She's half dead. She lost a horn.
is very close to dead.
Should be bleeding out at this point.
Lopped her head off. So
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she's
The
not
nearly
feeling good.
headless Nick of this journey.
Davenport is going to target. Let's see. He's going to target Savarka
Why?
with his crossbow. He's got that one doesn't hit. It's only a 7.
Thank goodness.
The second shot is a 19.
Well, that hits because I'm basically flat-footed at this point.
Yeah.
Sadness.
That will be. Where's my dice? I've lost my dice. That is 9 points of damage.
I thought we were friends. Davenport.
The bolt impales itself in kind of your lower kind of side of your stomach area. Just sinks in.
Ugh. Ow.
Does not feel good.
It's a flesh wound. It'll be okay.
Flesh wound.
Let's see. Nictus is his turn now.
Mhm.
Kind of looks around the room, kind of taking in what's going on. He's looking around. Who looks particularly damaged?
Well,
Can you please
I would
just
prob-
kill the stupid demon thing?
I'm probably the worst off. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm at 16 down from my total number of hit points.
Okay. He is going to. He holds out his hand, and he's like, "Don't worry, I got you." And then he kind of sends this kind of warm wave of healing energy into you. You take 15 hit points back.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
It's quite lovely.
Mm-hmm.
And now, top of the round, it's Rekabel's turn. She finally gets to have one.
what's she gonna do? Bleed on us?
Me- your
She's
arms,
sort of.
your horns off.
She's a
No, it
loony.
isn't. No, it isn't.
Wow,
She
that was not
stands-
the jail.
she stands up. She just kind of staggers to her feet, breathing heavily, kind of limping to one side.
Mhm.
And she says, "This is not what I signed up for, Antiquarian." And she pulls a small dark bead from a pouch on her side, and she throws it to the ground. And
And the wind comes up and blows the smoke away, so we see her still standing there.
every single person in the room is hit with this tremendous wave of concussive force.
Oh,
Great.
no.
It sends you flying at hurricane speeds against everything, including Davenport and Rukior. It
Right.
hits everybody else in the room.
Do we
It
get a
sends you
save?
flying. You get I think it would be a Constitution save.
Fortitude in this case. All right, everybody, you get a +2 for that. Don't forget your +2.
Wait, what?
Roll a 20.
Roll a d20.
Add whatever your fortitude save number is.
I have 24.
I've got a 22.
Okay.
Wait, fortitude.
So, yeah, plus your
About
constitution, Isabella, plus 2.
15.
Okay.
Mhm.
Everybody who got above a 20 takes half damage. Everybody who did not takes 14 damage,
Ouch.
and you're sent flying in every single direction. Like you fly against the walls, you fly against the doors. Dredger is actually hit so hard it flings him out the window outside.
Epic.
Well, that's good.
And she stands there, and you now see this glimmering, glistening, magical sphere encasing her body. And she kind of straightens out
no.
her armor and sits down in the chair and crosses her arms indignantly and just glares at you all.
Hmm.
It is Savarka's turn.
Well, that's great. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use my move action to command my ball of flame to go to wherever the heck Rukiyor is standing.
He's not standing anymore.
To wherever
He
the heck he is sitting.
Actually,
Like cowering on the floor. Child.
because of where Rukiyor was standing, he got
He's in the
flung into the fireplace.
Ah, that's awesome. I
So
wanted
he
to
is
keep him in there.
currently on fire, and he took 3 points of damage from that. That was
good.
extra.
And the ball of fire is now going to go ahead and roll up on him.
In the fireplace.
Okay,
Nowhere to run
so-
now.
No.
So
Yeah.
he gets a reflex save for...
Unless Fat Man can do his best Santa Claus impression and go right back up the chimney.
Okay.
Don't give him
Uh,
ideas.
Yeah.
It
Don't
Roll
suggest
for
things to
damage.
the DM.
Roll for damage. All right.
roll for damage.
Oh god, I love you so much. That's 12 points of damage right there.
Okay.
He's on fire.
No. What happens is the concussive blast sends him into the fireplace. He falls down on his butt, just inside the fireplace, fire licking all over himself. He's just kind of sitting there going, oh, oh, oh. And then this giant ball of fire rolls into his lap and just sits on top of him, and you see him flailing, just completely consumed in flames. He's pinned down by this ball of fire, and fire coming up from underneath him at the same time. He's in the oven right now.
Oh, that's delightful.
That's lovely.
Oh
That's
goodness.
fitting.
I need him to croak so that Davenport can stop doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's feeling really bad right now.
All right. So I guess this is going to be and that was just my move action.
Yeah.
That was just my move.
Nice.
So let's see here. What do I want to try to do to this woman?
I don't think she's like going to fight anymore. I think she is basically.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. She's like, I'm not in for this, so
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this. So
yeah. And she's crossed her arms and she's sitting. I think she's
I think she's pretty much nigh impervious
Like-
at this point.
waiting out what's going to happen here. And then she's probably going to try to make a deal with us to actually get the artifact.
And don't give the DM ideas. You just said it yourself.
Stop talking.
All right, fine. I'm going to go ahead and cast Mage Armor on myself and give myself +4 AC.
That's
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Nice. Okay.
Quick question. How do I know how much damage I can take before I'm like dead?
It should be on your hit points.
There should be a box that says HP and
Oh, yeah.
a number beside it.
Mine's
You sh-
completely blank.
Mine is also blank. Imagine that.
Well,
That's
Well-
kind of important.
Mhm.
so what's your so Izzy, what's your constitution?
Constitution.
It's right above that
13.
under abilities. Yeah.
13, so that's a +1. What
So
are
that would be
or so
plus
what-
5 for all of her levels.
what's a ranger's hit die? Is it 8? Is it D8?
I
Yeah.
believe it is, yes.
Okay, so let's just assume 8 times 5 is 40 plus 5 is 45. Let's say you have 45 hit points.
45.
Well, whoa, cowboy.
You had 45 hit points.
Right.
Well,
That-
not only that, but that assumes that she rolled her best possible roll every level.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true, but I'm trying to go ahead and expedite the process.
Well, but well, there is a way to expedite it. You can actually choose to roll, or you can choose to take the average of every roll on your hit points every level. So the first level, she gets her full hit points. Everybody does. The next
Which is
4
9.
levels,
Yep.
her average would be 5. So 5 times 4 would be 20 plus 20 or plus 8. That's 28. Plus 5 is 33.
So 33.
Yeah.
I've taken 28 points of damage.
Don't worry, I got you.
You're not feeling good right now.
Yeah, there's
I'm-
there's two of you at least that need to have some gentle clerical attention. And where are you at, Dante?
Not good.
Are you worse
I've-
off or better off than Izzy?
Slightly better off. in that I've taken 21 out of 30.
Okay.
Okay, you're still doing way better than me.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're kind of a fighter class, so I expect
Yeah,
you to
you're
get
supposed
hit
to
a lot
take-
more than I do.
More damage, right?
But yeah, that last one kind of took a lot.
So whose turn is it? Where are we at in the rotation?
It was just my turn, so it should be yours actually.
Yeah.
All right.
Then I will go ahead and cast a Cure Serious Wounds on Izzy. So 20 points of healing to you, Izzy.
Thank you, kind sir.
Yep, and now I'm all out of 3rd level spells.
Well, I'm not dead now, so that's
Right.
good.
And don't worry, Savarka, I'm getting to you.
Fine.
You set the guy on fire. That's pretty good.
Well, he doesn't want to have that be his last
His right.
living action.
I mean, that would mean that I went out in a blaze of glory, so I think I'd be okay with that. A literal blaze of glory.
Right.
Okay, so that is Hargath's turn. Who goes next?
Next is Narrative.
Maze. Yeah.
Impale someone.
Assuming I should turn my attention to Davenport,
Yeah.
since we know I can damage him.
Mhm.
You're the only one of us that can damage him.
Okay. So I'm
Go
gonna
for a
attack.
cleave attack again.
I can cleave him.
Okay, go
In
for it.
half.
4 plus 2 is 18.
18 to
That
hit.
is
Yeah.
his armor class, so he resists it.
No.
Ah, damn
Well,
it.
you can make your second attack then.
All right. That's not as good. That's a 12.
Yeah, your first swing, it just kind of shaves a small sliver of wood off of his arm, and the second one, he just parries with his other arm. He just
Yeah.
kind of knocks your blow wide, so that doesn't affect him. Rukior's turn.
Flail.
What is he gonna do?
He's on
Screams
fire,
and
so he
flails,
takes damage at the top of his turn.
Oh, good.
And he's just okay.
Yeah,
Now,
let's see this.
Tell me this,
Act it out.
because I don't have that spell. The fireball, is it affected by physics?
I believe so. I mean, I am told that it is like it's kind of like a spongy kind of thing. Like it doesn't particularly hurt to get hit by it. It sets you on fire. It's basically all it does.
But it can be moved by
It can
natural
be
forces.
It can be moved.
What is the actual name of the spell?
It's called Flaming Sphere.
And what level is it?
I believe it's level 2. Let me see here. Yeah. It doesn't say that it can't be moved by physics.
I'm checking it really quickly.
If it enters a
I'm
space
hoping
of
it
the
weighs
creature,
like a lot.
Yeah.
if it enters a space of the creature, it stops moving for the round and deals 3d6
Okay.
points of fire damage to them.
Yeah.
It
okay.
ignites
I'm
flammable substances.
assuming, based on the way the spell is written, that it is kind of at the mercy of its environmental circumstances. So,
Yeah.
Rukior, in searing, agonizing pain, he reaches out with his one hand and he sends a telekinetic blast from his ring at the sphere to send it moving. And I don't believe you have control over it when it's not your turn.
I mean,
So that's my
yeah.
assumption.
I have to expend a move action in order to move it.
Okay, so I'll say that since it's on top of him, he can automatically shove it out of his way. So he's going to send it flying straight away from him, and the person who is in front of him is Neridin. So
Yeah.
he's sending that sphere of fire directly at her.
Great.
So
She has
I'll
armor.
say
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna. That will be a 22 to hit.
And my armor class is 19. So I take 3.
So it hits.
All right.
Well, you get a reflex
So-
save.
Oh,
Yeah.
I roll for that then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so you should get a reflex save for a spell.
yeah, D20
Yeah.
plus your reflex plus 2.
What's reflex? Oh, +1. Okay. So 22.
Okay.
That should be enough for you to dodge it.
So you kind of do this matrix slide.
I wanted to do that. Yes.
In armor.
Sails past
In
you.
armor.
It
I have
melts.
plate
It
armor.
melts your eyebrows and your hair. It's so close. You're temporarily
Right.
blinded by it because it's this glowing sun just passing right past your face. Just you can feel this wash of heat as it flies past you, and it keeps going and just kind of
Can it land
Bounce
on
back
Davenport?
the wall and rolls away.
It's not going to do anything with Davenport.
It
Oh.
doesn't hit Davenport.
Too bad.
It bounces off the far wall and kind of rolls to a stop. So,
Okay. So it's still burning
then-
over there.
Oh,
With
it's
the
still
rest-
burning.
Okay.
yeah. And then with the rest of his action, Rukior manages to get out of the fireplace, but he's still on fire, and he's
Oh, good.
Flailing around.
flailing around in searing agony.
I would say, yeah, he has to go ahead and spend an entire turn putting out flames.
Just on fire.
Mhm. Yep.
That's why I love
That
being a
amuses
warlock.
me.
So,
Yep.
how much more damage did he take from being on fire from both sides?
I didn't think to add both of them. The flaming sphere. Does it say what if that does anything in particular at the beginning of each turn?
It doesn't. I'm just trying to go
Well,
ahead.
it
Probably
says
just regular.
It says that any round that it ends its turn in the same space as another creature, that creature takes 3d6 fire damage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to take some damage from the fireplace.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
He
yeah.
took
I'm
a
getting from,
lot
like, from
of
like
damage.
being on fire.
Yeah.
He took 15 points of damage just from being on fire that turn without anyone
Okay.
doing anything to him.
Yep.
Just from both sources.
Yep.
So
he's still on fire.
he is feeling really bad about life.
Hmm. I hope his stupid mustache got burned off.
Oh, his beard is just it's all
gone.
clumpy. Like it was like made into nice neat little forks. One of them just came undone. The other one's gone. Like it's just kind of lopsided to one side.
Oh, this is
All of
great.
his clothes are just full of holes and they're melting and burning. It smells like burnt hair.
Oh,
Like
God.
furs he had all over. And
I hope he's
a mess.
disfigured for life.
he probably will be if he has a life after this.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's feeling super bad. Freya's turn.
Where am I now? I'm still way across the
still-
room, aren't I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can still charge the guy who's on fire.
Why would you do that though? Just shoot him.
Yeah.
Or you could shoot the guy that's on fire.
He makes a lovely target. You can't miss him. He's
Yeah,
the guy on fire.
Can I just do that?
Yeah, fire
Yeah.
at the guy who's on fire.
Let me.
I see what you did there.
16, 19. I don't have any bonuses anymore, do I?
For what?
I
Your
had that
attack?
+2 from before, but that wore off, right?
No, that
That's
plus
still
2
gone?
is going to be here forever, but that's only for your saving throws in your armor
Oh,
class.
okay.
Yeah.
So, 19.
Okay, that'll hit.
And
More damage.
How much does your bow do? Is it a D8 or a D6?
oh shoot, I didn't. I think it's still just a D8, but let me check. Crap, where is this? Yeah, it's just a D8. So 5.
And then it should be add your dexterity bonus to it.
Dexterity?
Yep, 5 plus your dexterity bonus.
Ooh, sweet. 8.
Sweet.
8 total.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I hope
You-
it's
Tell
not
me
between his
that
eyeballs.
did it.
You sink it into him. The arrow goes right through his lung, sends him stumbling backwards against
Into the fire?
the hearth. Not back into
Oh.
the fire, but against the hearth.
He's already on
And
fire.
he just kind of slumps against it. And he goes, and he like looks down at it, and he looks back up at all of you in fear, and he kind of like he sort of like just ineffectually like raises his hands like, no, don't hurt me anymore, don't hurt me anymore. And just kind of like he's at the threshold of death. Like he cannot take hardly anything more from
Oh
this.
wait. I should add. I had a +1 from that
Damage, yep.
that thing, the point blank thing.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
So he takes 9 damage.
Okay, so he does this,
Is any closer?
and then he holds this for just a moment,
Mm-hmm.
and then the flames lick back up around him, and he slumps down over the hearth.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of reaches out ineffectually, and then collapses dead.
Fantastic.
Yay!
Yes.
Is
You
it all
had him
a-
down to 1 hit point, so yeah,
Yes.
that was
one.
enough to kill
Thank
him.
you.
Nice.
Next turn, it's Davenport's turn.
But
Please
just
tell me
kind
that
of-
Davenport is ineffectual now.
yeah.
He's in this position with his crossbow arms out. He looks down at Rukior. The crossbows fold back up into his arms, retract, and he goes down to a neutral pose.
All right.
Nice.
Yay.
Did we do the thing?
Uh, yeah.
Well, I'm turning to look at the tiefling.
Yeah, me too. I've had my eye on
She
her
sits
even.
there with her arms crossed in this position. And she's, in spite of the fact that she's a bloody, mangled mess, she's looking surprisingly calm. And she says, should we perhaps come to some form of arrangement for how to proceed from here? I'm open to many possibilities.
I'm of the mind that if you are happy to pick up with your band of merry mercenaries out there and leave, that
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
It would
I can go with that
seem
too.
that you have killed my employer, so I have no further reason to stay. And I would assume you will allow me to leave in one piece.
Not until you tell us where the owners of this property are.
Yeah, and you give us some money that Rikier already gave you. Because you told he said he already paid you, so you can hand that over.
Let's be fair about this. We take half of the money.
Okay, we'll
They
take
have
it.
expenses.
Sure.
I have many mouths to feed. Do you know how much a mammoth eats?
A lot.
That sounds a lot like your problem.
Yeah, a lot like your problem.
So where are the halflings that run this establishment?
I dismissed my flaming sphere. I don't want anything else being on fire.
Right.
The halflings are safe. For now, I will relinquish them to you as soon as I am not dying anymore. So it will unfortunately take 10 minutes for this shield to dissipate, so we might be here a while, but I promise to not do anything once we are done with this. You give me my life, I give you the halflings.
There's no reason that I can't heal her, right? Even though she's in evil alignment.
You could try.
I'll do you one better. If you allow me to, I'll cast heal on you and take care of your wounds, and you can be on your way.
Charming. I would appreciate that very much, but it'll have to wait 10 minutes. Nothing comes in or out. But the way it works. I'll suffer in silence until then, perhaps, and then we can do business afterwards.
Fair enough.
Well, good.
So you sort of sit there in kind of an awkward standoff silence for the next 10 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna go to the larder and look for a keg of ale or beer or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and I want to loot Rikior's corpse.
Yeah, I want his. I want to take a look at his rings, or we should take a look at his rings.
Okay.
Savarka, I think you should figure out how to take Davenport with you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Davenport's gonna be my new buddy.
Gotta be
We
one
don't
of those
need-
rings.
Rikior, as you loot the body, let's see. That would be a skill check, I think, to loot. To find stuff.
I mean, can we just assume that I'm going to take 20 on this?
Yeah, well, you can take 10, but you might as well. His rings are easy enough to find, obviously.
Right.
but-
Yeah.
So he has 5 rings between his hands. You can't easily tell what any of them are. You can identify that the ones that he was using in the fight, he used 2 of them. One with sort of a whitish gemstone in it, and one with kind of a greenish one. The whitish one was the one he seemed to use telekinesis with, and the other one was the one he used blindness with. The other ones, you can't tell exactly what they do.
Can I cast Detect Magic and find out?
Detect Magic will just tell you they're magic or not.
Damn.
What about,
When I,
knowledge? What about knowledge arcana?
When I go to the larder, I grab Nictus by the arm. Not like, roughly, but, semi-firmly, just to bring him along with me.
Yeah.
into the larder
Get him a
where-
drink.
Well, where we can talk quietly.
Mm.
Yeah, he comes with you. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't get here sooner. I didn't really. I've never used that spell that way before. Did I do good?"
You
Yes.
did good.
You did very well. I'm
You
going to
did.
have to ask you to do me a big favor, though, while we're still around potential enemies. I don't want
Yeah,
you
what's
to
up?
say. I don't want you to say a word. Not a word. Okay. After they're gone, you can talk all you like. And
Should
here,
I hide?
no, you're fine. You can stay in the room. Just keep quiet. And here, put this in your gob, and I hand him a drink of whatever type I find.
Okay. You find some.
Wait. I take it
Wait,
back from him.
yeah, I would not
Have you
give.
ever drunk alcohol before?
I had once. I made this
Fermented.
juice and it went bad. And I tried it and it made me sick.
No. I'm gonna grab a carrot and here, chew on that.
He does.
Carrot.
He's like, "It's really good. It's not quite the ones I grew. They're more sort of wild, but I like it."
Good.
Hush.
Cool. Remember, we're gonna be quiet until the bad people leave.
Gotcha.
All right.
So
I walk back in with a handful of tankards of whatever I found and place them down on the table.
Fantastic.
does anyone want to do anything else within the next 10 minutes?
I mean,
Yeah, I would
kind of
actually
wanna
like to
ask
cast-
Davenport.
I actually want to, before you get too excited about Davenport, I want to cast or not a cast, but use my channel energy to heal 3d6 points of damage on Savarka.
Yay!
So 11 points of healing to you.
I'm all right with that.
All right. Now, what did you want to ask Davenport?
I want to ask him if he wants to come with us.
Davenport remains completely inert. It doesn't move. It doesn't show any response.
Can I try to fiddle with some of the rings and see if one of them controls him?
You can fiddle with the rings if you want to.
Yeah.
Mm,
I didn't like the look on his face when he said that. but
Don't
that's
set
just
yourself-
me.
A fire explodes or anything.
Or don't blind all of us accidentally.
Or, I know, Savarka, why
Yeah.
don't you pick through that brain of yours and see if you can remember any kind of arcana lessons about how to control
Knowledge arcana.
golems?
Fine. Holy shit! I got a modified 17.
Nice. You know that most golems are they are made by some kind of a magical craftsman who commands it just by virtue of being the one who built it. It doesn't take a lot of knowledge to figure out that Rukior was not the one who built this particular thing. You know from experience that some golems are also specifically designed to be controlled by a certain device that enthralls them to whoever wields the device. Those are the ones that are usually designed to be gifted to someone else or put into someone else's employ. And you figure that this particular golem is of that nature. So probably something that Rukior has on his person commands the golem, or at least ensures that it is obeyed by whoever wields it.
Okay.
And usually that's a rod of some sort, typically.
So I'm casting Detect Magic so that I can find all of the magic stuff that's on his person. And I'm going
He
to...
lights up like the sun.
Yeah.
He lights up pretty effectively. You find there's this wooden box in one of his inner pockets of what's left of his inner pockets. It's encased in this kind of gilded pattern. It's roughly about this big, and in addition to that, you find just this smooth kind of purplish blue marble kind of object, and you also find 70 gold pieces on his person.
Oh, sweet. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and stash those away, and after Tiefling Lady leaves, we'll see what we can do to get Davenport to wake up.
Okay. Anything else in the next 10 minutes?
I'm gonna sit down and drink some ale.
Yeah.
Okay.
How,
By the way,
Almost dead.
there are still smoldering embers all over the floor, just so you know.
All right, I'm stomping out with my booted foot. I'll stomp out the embers.
I'll say within
how
the next
hurt
10
are-
minutes, it's easy to fix those.
Yeah.
how hurt is Nira?
I'm at 27 of 41.
Okay. I'll go ahead and burn up another. What the hell is it called again? Channel energy.
Oh, in addition to when you were looting him, you also found his signet ring.
Yeah.
It was the same one that was used to sign the contract
The
for the previous
contract.
mercenary group you found.
Right.
So that he also had that on his person.
Regina, you're healed.
All right. Oh, thank you. All right.
Okay. So within the duration of the next 20 minutes, you all do your sort of thing. At one point, a group of mercenaries, 3 mercenaries, kind of walk in, kind of with Dredger kind of under their control. They've got him by the arms, and they come in, and then they kind of survey the carnage of the situation, and they look to Rekabel, the tiefling who's sitting in the chair, and she just kind of gives them a dismissive gesture, and they release Dredger, and Dredger kind of like brushes himself off and kind of moves back toward the group, and they sort of stand on guard at the door.
Okay.
And then eventually, 10 minutes later, the shield encasing her just kind of melts away, and she sits there.
I hand her a beverage.
She takes it and begins drinking without even really looking at it.
That
So
bad
it's-
of a day, huh?
So would you like me to attempt to heal on you?
If you'd be so kind.
All right. We'll do a moderate. That's all she merits. She is healed for 16.
Okay. You can see some of the wounds, the gash across her neck sort of partially seals, but not completely. And some of the other ones kind of begin to seal up as well. She's still clearly not in good condition, but she's
No longer on death's door.
you can see she kind of gathers her composure, because as much as she was sort of trying to look tough and trying to kind of control whatever dignity she had left. You could tell she was fading. Like she was not. She was very, very close to death, but now she isn't. So she says, "Well then, now we can talk business. We have an arrangement to make. I get to leave. You get the halflings. Everybody's happy.
And half of what you were paid by Rukior.
I don't suppose I can negotiate from that. He offered quite a hefty sum. There's plenty to go around. No need to be greedy. He offered us 250,000 gold.
Okay, so I want to do a... would sense motive allow me to tell if she's lying?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be a 23.
Okay. She seems to be surprisingly completely on the level. It seems like she's in business mode right now.
Well, I figure if she's a tiefling and she's speaking infernal, then more than likely she's devil and does probably follow lawful tenets. So, all right, 250,000.
Surely between all of you, 70,000 should be more than adequate, I would think.
80,000.
I have 53 men and a mammoth to feed, remember?
80,000.
Still not our problem. I got armor to repair.
80,000 is fair considering we're letting you keep more than half.
I suppose I don't have that many bargaining chips, just two very small, very frail, very vulnerable halflings.
You're still very frail yourself.
Yes.
I still have 53 men outside. 51.
Yeah, and we
Still have 51.
We
and
still
a mammoth.
And we still have somebody that can implode them at will.
You saw what happened.
She looks back at Nictus, and Nictus kind of just waves at her. She's like, "That is fair. I don't know where you got that one. I would not trust him. But who am I to say? All right. Fair enough. 80,000 gold pieces. And you can keep whatever the man had on him. But I would like to make the humble request of being given that small box. You don't need it.
What's the small box?
It's just a small box.
Mm-mm.
It's nothing you would use. It's just useful to me. It was part of our contract that I signed with him. It was part of what he was going to give me to complete my mission.
You said before you didn't sign the contract.
I didn't sign the contract yet, but I was going to.
Do you have the contract for us to see?
I don't have the contract. The automaton has the contract.
Oh.
It's in one of his compartments. I don't know how to access it, but he's the one who has it.
And where's this box?
It's the one you have right there on your person. You have the box. Come on.
Oh, so Savarka has it?
If it's
One of the things that was looted.
if it's of no if it's gonna just go to you anyway, it doesn't hurt for you to just let us know what it is.
It's just a simple knife, just a small weapon. It's mostly ornamental in value. It was from his vaults.
I think we need sense motive now.
Yeah, I am sensing motive. That would be an 18.
You can tell she knows more about the knife than she's saying, but you can't specifically tell what she knows
And what she doesn't. Yeah.
and what she doesn't. But it's clear that she wants it
Well, yeah.
and that she knows what it's for.
I'm going to walk over. Can I see it, Savarka?
I open up the box.
I'm going to
You open up the box.
I'm gonna detect.
Inside the box, you see this ebony blade. It's just pure black with runes on it. What languages can everybody read?
I am fluent in Common, Celestial, and Infernal.
Okay.
Yep.
You can-
Sylvan and Gnome.
It is in Celestial, and the runes basically state that the function of the blade is if it takes the lifeblood of a living creature, it repels all undead within a 100-yard radius.
Oh, we're not letting go of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we can let this go.
100,000 gold pieces for the knife.
On top of the 80,000.
Upping the 80,000 to 100,000. What do you think? I
Oh.
can feed my people with this knife. I can't kill that many
Oh,
deer.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Perhaps we can give us a moment to talk amongst ourselves. So the only thing, DM, that I am worried about is that this is some sort of relic that could really cause problems, and what I'm getting from it is that it's a dagger with a magic property to protect the wielder from undead.
Certainly seems to be something of that nature.
So do I notice anything more about it? I mean, I was doing detect magic on it other than just reading the runes.
It seems to have. It is strongly possessed by necromantic energies. It is clearly a blade that is. It emanates this aura of death. There's even this faint, as you look at it, kind of this slight wisp of what's almost like ectoplasmic energy that kind of emanates from the blade itself as it sits there. It feels cold to the touch. It seems distinctly not aligned with good.
How powerful?
Can we ask Nictus about it?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows what it is.
I before we do that, I just want to reiterate the fact that when she was talking in Infernal to Hargath, she said she knew we were lying and she knew we found something.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So my trust of her is very low at this moment, because why would she want to be protected from the undead if she didn't have the intention to go after the relic herself?
Yep.
Regardless of what Nictus has to say about this dagger.
We'll have Nictus come over and take a look-see at it too.
Okay.
We're not going to have Nictus come. We'll go over to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nictus, stay there.
Yeah.
We're going to bring something to you.
All right.
The lack of talking is visibly just.
Yeah, he's kind of like rocking back and forth, kind of like.
There's
wants
people and
to
I
do
want to talk to
something.
them.
He wants to experience things. He really wants to see what's up with that mammoth because he's never seen one of those before. He's like, oh, he wants to do things.
All right. So Hargath, let's bring him into another room.
Well, we'll just go back into the room that we were in before.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just sort of sitting in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't want I don't want Devil Lady to go ahead and like actually see his reactions, because I'm pretty sure he's going to viscerally react to this thing.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So we show it to him, and so what do you make of this, Nictus?
I've never seen anything quite like that, but I know of some. Ooh.
I don't like ooh.
Mm-mm.
That's a ritual dagger. There's a certain ritual, if you know the ritual associated with it, which I don't, but if you know it, and you use this to kill somebody, for every person you kill with it, it creates an amplified field of repulsion to the undead. So I would not give that to anybody who knows where mom and dad are.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
Yeah.
What did I say?
So here's what we're gonna do then, Nictus. You're gonna take this. This is gonna be your trophy. All right. Hey! No talking. No talking. Right?
Wait.
So you're gonna take this. It's gonna be your trophy. You're gonna bring it back to the same place where Mom and Dad are guarding the Void Scythe, and you're gonna keep it there, and it's gonna be there forever.
Oh,
Do we understand each other?
that's a great idea. That's a really good idea.
Yeah. So that's what's going to happen. You're not going to say a word. Okay? We're going to hand you this knife. You're going to take it.
You're being a little bit rude to me right now. I don't really like it.
We're protecting you. We made an oath to protect you to your parents.
Listen.
That's what we're doing.
All right,
Listen.
but you don't have to be mean about it. I just want to.
I'm very sorry if I'm coming across as curt, but we are dealing with some very dangerous people right now, and I do not have time for pleasantries.
I don't know who Kurt is.
It's another way of saying blunt.
Or rude.
Sorry. Yes.
So I apologize if I'm being rude, but I do not have time for pleasantries. We're dealing with dangerous people who want to kill your parents.
All right. Yeah, I don't
So
want
you're
to know.
So you're going to take this, you're going to store it away, and then you're going to let us do the rest of the talking.
Okay. I can do that.
Preferably if you have a pocket dimension on you or something.
Okay. He kind of opens up his hand. This miniature black portal appears in it that was similar to the one he arrived in. He tucks the blade into it, disappears.
Well, there we go.
So now we have the added problem of that's not going to make her very happy. So
Nope.
I suggest we buy the dagger with what we were going to take from her.
Mm.
Unless you guys really feel like pushing our luck with fighting 53 guys.
No. I'm good with giving her back the cash if it means, well, maybe not all of it.
Yeah.
We should get something out of this.
I'm sure that we will find more cash in
In the future.
in Rukior's room or something. I'm sure.
In Davenport?
Or
Oh,
in Davenport.
or in Davenport, yeah. I could just take my axe and chop him to pieces.
No, you're not going to do that. Let me have my fun first.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
Are we in agreement?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think. Freya?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk back out and sit down back across from her and say, on further review, we've decided that we are not going to give you the dagger. However, that being said, we are going to purchase it from you for the sum of however much we're going to take from you.
So I keep all the money.
Yep.
Every last piece.
All right.
But we get the halflings back.
That's fair.
Your mammoth won't go hungry.
No, I'm very pleased that my mammoth will not go hungry. Thank you. You're so kind. All right.
And you're going to
Boy.
leave.
Go get
And-
the halflings.
And you're going to leave this place and leave us entirely unbothered.
Fine. But I am a businesswoman. I want this in writing. So she kind of pulls this contract from a satchel at her side. She makes a few alterations to it. She writes in it, hands it over, says, "This is a contract of standard non-violence. It is industry standard for our industry. If you sign here, it dictates that neither you nor anyone associated with you will do violence against me or anyone associated with me for the duration of 48 hours. And after that point, whatever goes, goes."
I'm going to read the contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna read it over line by line.
You read it over line by line, and in the subcontext of one of the smaller lines, there is a proviso that says if you forfeit, one of you must forfeit a loved one.
Okay, but other than that, I'm specifically looking for infernal doublespeak and trying to pull over on us kind of thing.
You don't see anything specifically of that nature, other than the fact that it is in writing that if you double cross anybody, each of you has to forfeit the life of a loved one.
That's the same for her too. If she forfeits as well.
No, that's not in there.
Oh.
Well, then I'm going to write it in.
It's specifically you.
Okay, well, and then the violence needs to go from her too, because the way that was worded, it was just we weren't violent against her. It needs to say she's not going to be violent against us as well.
It's specifically
associated with her.
Right.
It does specifically say that neither of you will commit violence, but it says that if you commit violence, she gets to kill one of your loved ones. It doesn't say what happens if she does.
Okay. Well,
so we're going to bring that up to her.
Yes.
Well, I'm not going to bring it up. I said I'm just making one quick addendum, and I basically state that if her side breaches the contract, that her life specifically is forfeit.
Yes, her. Okay.
Okay. You fill it out. You hand it back to her, and she says, "We have a thing. You have to sign it in blood. That is, it's our policy."
All right, I'm making a religion.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this blood thing. She wanted his blood too.
Religion or planes? Is she trying to basically sucker one of us into giving up our soul? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Like this.
So that would be a 16.
Okay. You don't think this particular contract has the power to do that, but it does seem that it will cause the consequences to be more enforceable than it would be if it was a standard paper and pen contract. Like, it seems basically that by signing it in blood, this makes it so that there is a metaphysical aspect to the law enforcement of it.
Okay. Alrighty. Who wants to sign it?
Not me.
All right, fine. I volunteer as tribute.
Okay.
All you fun religious types.
And I also added that she has to sign it as well if there wasn't a space for her to sign it.
There is a space. It's for both parties to sign. Her signature is already on it.
I was say yeah. Oh, I was gonna make her go first. All right. Fine.
Just now, why did you go and do that? You weren't completely healed up. All you had to do was dig around in your one, crossbow bolt hole.
Well, I assumed that you stopped the bleeding.
Most of the bleeding, not all of it.
I just knitted the stuff on the
Either way, it's done. Like a drop of blood lands on the line where your signature is, and it kind of the blood pools and moves and coalesces into your name as you would have signed it.
Great.
That's
terrifying.
That's awesome. So awesome.
That is most certainly a magical thing that I could have gone with never seeing.
She takes the contract, studies it, kind of gives a sly look, and then rolls it up, puts it in her satchel. All right. I feel like our business is completed. Thank you. My pleasure to work with you. The halflings are outside. Boys, bring them in. And the two of the half-orcs sort of push the little halflings in, and they kind of they look bruised, beaten, a little bit worse for wear, and very frightened. But they sort of look around like, "Oh, thank you, you came back. I wasn't," Tom says, I wasn't sure we would ever see you again, but I assume we have you to thank for this, getting us out.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We owe you everything. Just thank you. And they kind of flock to you. And then Rekabel stands, takes another sip of her drink, sets it on the table, says, "A pleasure doing business with you all. If you ever need anything done that is on our particular skill set. So, and happen to be in the neighborhood of Corvistrad, feel free to look us up. We are always looking for work. I bid you farewell. And she turns and steps out the door.
And a good evening to you.
Spicy.
Spicy.
So did she walk out of the room and shut the door?
She walks out and shuts the door. Her men follow behind her.
Okay, I reach down now and pick up the part of her horn that got knocked off and pocket it.
Nice. Okay.
Oh man, I was gonna do that, but hey, that's all good.
Okay.
It looks more badass on you,
Mm-hmm.
considering the horn is probably like a third of my height.
Nick just kind of like steps up and he's like, I really wanted to see the mammoth.
We can take you to see a mammoth.
Next time.
All right.
And now we have one more thing for you to do, Nictus.
Yeah.
Tell, is it Mortis? Is the owl?
Mortis is my raven, Rigorous the owl.
Have Rigor keep an eye on them and make sure that they're moving away from your home and
Yeah, not headed back to the ruins.
Good idea. He like goes over to the window that Dredger flew out of earlier, and he kind of whistles up into the air. And shortly afterwards, the owl kind of lands down, lights on the windowsill, and he says, "Keep an eye out on them. They're bad people. Get a good look at the mammoth, though. It's really cool. You'll like it. But don't get too close. They might do bad things. Bad people do bad things. Go." And the owl flies back out into the night.
Good.
And now I'm going to go tend to the halfling's wounds. And
Okay.
whatever
They're
way-
not really badly injured. They're just kind of roughed up. You can see that they probably have been more psychologically injured than physically injured.
Mhm.
But Tibby kind of quickly gets to like tidying up the mess, kind of sweeping up the debris from the battle, the pieces of furniture that were upturned and kind of wrecked by the telekinetic blasts. She starts to try and sort them together. Tom kind of surveys the damage and kind of like he's looking it up and down to see what kind of repairs need to be made.
Okie doke.
Where was Rukior's room at, Tom?
Oh, that would be upstairs. Yeah.
I go clomping upstairs to search his room for money and, money.
Yeah.
And whatever else.
And whatever else you might have.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to sit around. I'm going to try to carefully fiddle with with some of the things and see if one of them turns on Davenport.
Okay.
My guess is that Rod would have done it. Didn't you find one that's like marble blue or something like that?
I think it was a marble.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's sort of a bluish, purplish marble like object. What do you fiddle with first?
Let's do the marble.
Okay. What do you do with it?
I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and fiddle it around in my hands, see if we inspect it to see if there's any runes, any buttons, any obvious things that I can interact with it with.
You see carved on its surface, you see a small rune.
Okay. Can I read it?
What languages do you read again?
Sylvan and Gnome and Common.
Yeah, you can't read it.
Okay, so Knowledge Arcana, 17.
That's you can't read it exactly, but you do recognize that the kind of rune it is the same kinds that you saw light up on Davenport's body every time he absorbed your attacks.
Okay, so this is it. How do I interact with it? Grr.
Speak to him.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold it in my hand, like, "Hello, Davenport."
Davenport turns to you and nods.
Ah, you got it. Tell him to help clean up the inn. Not like clean up like he did when he attacked.
Davenport, if you would be so kind, we could use your help sweeping and tidying up.
Davenport just kind of surveys the debris and kind of goes over to a mop and starts to sort of like begin mopping the floor.
Yes, I have a golem.
So what do we find up in Rukira's room? Anything?
In Rukira's room, you find a footlocker, which is locked. And in the closet, you find several very ornate things that Rukira would wear. They're just like very dignified looking garments that are opulent and garish. Other than that, you don't really find anything of interest.
And the footlocker's locked.
They may
The
keep it
footlocker is
unlocked.
locked.
Well, let's go. I'm going to look around his room really quick, see if there's not a key in a drawer anywhere or anything like that.
There's a golem that might have a key.
Yeah. Check and see.
Well,
Check the room first.
if he comes back downstairs and
Yeah.
asks.
Okay.
I got to check the room
You
first.
Okay.
You don't find a key in the room.
Okay, well, I'm
Like
gonna
it
go-
seems that in spite of his personality, Rukior was traveling pretty light.
Okay, well, I'm going to go downstairs and search Rukira's body again one more time to see if there's a key on it.
You'll find one.
What you looking for?
A key to a footlocker upstairs.
Oh, hey, Davenport. Is there a key to the footlocker upstairs?
He nods.
Do you have it on you?
He nods.
Can
Can
we
I
have
have
it,
it?
please?
He nods.
Davenport,
Give me.
please produce the key.
A drawer in his upper chest slides open. He reaches inside it, shuffles around a bit, pulls out a key, offers it to you.
Thank you very much.
All
He
right,
nods.
I'm going to grab the key and run back upstairs really quick.
Please, all right, Davenport, please resume helping to clean up. You're doing a wonderful job.
He continues to try and mop and sort of, in vain, tries to kind of clean up the scorch marks on the floor.
I'm going to go unlock the footlocker. Before I do, I'm going to look for the very basic trap, the little needle trap that some people put on their locks.
Okay.
Just, do I see anything that looks like a hole that might deliver a needle to my thumb or anything like that?
It doesn't seem like there's anything like that in there.
All right, I'll open it up, unlock it, and open it.
Okay. You open it up, you find a small purse that contains 250 more gold pieces.
Oh, that's not bad.
You find more elaborate kind of clothing. You find sort of a small little jeweler's chest that contains a few more rings and some necklaces, various forms of jewelry.
Maybe
And,
detect magic on the chest to see if any of that jewelry lights up.
This time, nothing does. You get the idea that this is strictly ornamental jewelry.
Okay.
And in addition to that, you find a few more just various pieces of clothing, and you find a small carved chess piece that looks like a knight.
Interesting.
That's got to be important.
I go ahead and scoop up the jewelry and grab the purse. And
He had
Yeah,
no
it's
books
us.
or anything? No books with him or any
Nope.
knowledge or anything like that?
I'm
Okay.
going to toss the gold to Nira. Nira, go ahead and split that up between you and Freya and Savarka.
Okay.
Cool.
And then walk downstairs. And I'm no expert on this stuff, but does the jewelry look like it's worth something? I assume this guy doesn't walk around wearing fake jewelry.
It's genuine. You can tell pretty easily that it's the real deal.
Any idea? Could I hazard any kind of idea what kind of worth I'm looking at here? I don't have a praise, I don't think, or anything like that. Oh, I do have a praise.
That'd be a praise check.
20.
Okay.
Not natural. That's modified.
Still, you gather that if you were to find the right buyer, and you could probably find the right buyer in any given large city. You could probably get close to roughly 60,000 gold from the combination of them.
Damn. Okay.
These are very, very expensive jewels. Like they're some of them. A handful of the necklaces appear to be like specifically they're signs of office. They're part of his uniform, for better term.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the other stuff is extremely old, like relic level of age.
Okay.
So,
well, we should probably give the stuff that is of his office to the can't remember her name. The
Vanya.
Yeah.
Vanya. Yeah.
Is she even still alive?
Yeah.
Where is she?
She just never got the chance to do anything.
Yeah, because she got stunned on her first turn.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk downstairs. I'm going to give Vanya the stuff that looks like the
Office.
his accoutrements for his position. So she can either take him back to her king or mayor or whatever the hell she serves, and I'm gonna give
Give
Timmy
the
and
innkeepers. Yeah.
Bob, a piece or two so that they can rebuild their home/inn, and for all the trouble they've been through. And then we'll keep the rest, however much you think that's worth.
All right.
Okay. So Vanya accepts the jewelry pieces and she says, "Thank you. I will be certain to see that these are returned to somebody more worthy of their possession than Rukior was. I would also like to take the body, if you don't mind. I might need to.
Yeah. Go right ahead.
I have so much explaining to do.
Well, we still have the contracts and stuff that explain what happened.
Oh, I know, but you have no idea how much paperwork I'm going to have to do.
Well, I mean, we're going to give that to her so she can take it back with her so she can prove her claims.
I appreciate that. Thank you sincerely for all you've done. You've possibly saved the entire kingdom. I hope you understand how much of a significant gesture that is. I will be sure to inform my higher-ups of all that you've done. And should you find yourselves in Gildenwall anytime soon, look me up. I will be sure to show you around.
Would you like company on the road back?
If you wouldn't mind, I'd be flattered and honored.
We'd be happy to.
Yeah, sure.
Indeed.
Very good. Will your your new friends be accompanying us? Nicholas
you know what? I think Dredger deserves one of these pieces.
Yeah, we should give him something too for the fact that he actually came back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would certainly not say no to that.
I'm sure you wouldn't.
Thrown out the window. That was not much fun, I have to say.
I basically flip him one of the rings.
He takes it and he's like, I feel like I know a good person for this. I think I can get a good price. Thank you, sir.
That's good.
All right, and then there's Nictus.
Nictus. Can Nictus just kind of like magic himself back?
Well, yeah, I could certainly do that. I mean, I took myself here, didn't I?
Nictus, what do you think about accompanying us to the city to drop off the body?
You can talk now.
Yeah, you can speak.
I would like to do that. That would please me. I would like to see a city. That would make me very happy.
Well,
You got to promise not to talk to Vanya the whole time. You can chew our ears.
Just leave her alone.
And just make sure, in case anybody asks, don't tell them where you came from.
Yeah, or anything about the dagger that you carry.
Oh, it's such a cool story.
Or the scythe of Harriman.
Yes.
Or
you can't talk about any of it.
Because that's what's protecting your parents and your town.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Can I talk about the one time that I fought a man-eating tree with my bare hands and made it turn into a flower?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
really cool.
Story to everybody.
All right, I'll tell you that later because it was really cool. But tell you later.
I did, yeah. When we get to the city, you definitely want to go into a bar and just tell that to literally everyone you see.
Yep. While you're drinking several beers.
Oh, I've never done that either. That's going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to it. I still want to see a mammoth, though.
We'll take you to see
We'll
a
work
man.
on that next time.
And Tom and Tibby, are they good with a big necklace with jewels and stuff in it to pay for all the trouble?
Tom sort of looks at it and he says, well, I'm certain this is worth a great deal. I can't imagine it's worth anywhere near as much as any of the damage we have to repair. But I'm certain I can find someone to buy it.
Drive a
you.
hard bargain.
I'll do what I can. I'm not much for haggling and finagling, but I can do it what I can. I figure I can at least get enough to cover the damage. It's really just repairing the floorboards and the window and the fireplace and the ceiling and the wall.
So pretty much the everything.
Pretty much the entire common space of the inn.
That mammoth did sort of uproot one of our horse posts, so I'll be busy for a while, but we'll certainly cover the damages. No, we'll have to worry about that. It should cover it with extra to spare. It's more than I need. Well, thank you. And if you should, at any point in time, come back around, you can stay here for free anytime you like. You're always
We'll be
guests in
taking
this
you
house.
up on that because after we drop off Rukior's body, we'll be bringing Nictus back home.
All right. Well, we'll be waiting for you. We'll keep the fire on. We'll make you some warm soup and some fresh baked bread. And
We're not going anywhere yet. It's nighttime. I want to go
Let's
rest.
go crash, yeah.
you do that. When you wake up in the morning, we'll have the best feast we can prepare for you with what we have, obviously. But we'll pull out all the stops for you.
Mm-hmm.
Fair
You've
enough.
earned it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You've
And
been spectacular.
Nictus was it? Nictus was it? And he shakes Nictus's hand. He's like, yes, that's right. That's my name. Nictus Loth. Don't let it out. And he's like, I can tell you're a capable man with a lot of stories to tell. I'm more than willing to hear what you got to say. But probably save it for the morning.
Yeah.
And Nictus says, all right, I gather that's the general consensus is people don't want to talk right now. Because everybody had a big fight, and I didn't get to fight anybody, and I didn't get to pet the mammoth, and I didn't get to do much but turn one guy inside out. But all right. Okay.
Two guys inside out.
It was two guys, Nick.
Were there two guys? I couldn't tell. There was so much of them everywhere. All right.
Hey, and
And
don't
you're going
remember.
to a city tomorrow.
I get to go to the city tomorrow. That's
Yeah.
yes. All right.
Yeah, you get to go to a city tomorrow, and don't forget, you are the sacred guardian of that ritual knife. The one,
That's
the
right.
only person.
No one gets it past me. I got it where they can't get it.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. See? So you're doing a lot more than
Yeah.
you think you are.
I grab my tankard of whatever it is I'm drinking and go upstairs and find a place to sleep.
Okay.
Tom and Tibby, they go upstairs. They quickly clear out all the stuff out of Rukior's room, and they begin getting it ready for Vanya. And Nictus, he just kind of plops down in the big chair. He's perfectly content with his big chair. And then Dredger says, all right, if that's it then, I'll be off now. I got places to be, and most of them aren't here, and that's preferable to being here. Just given the way things have been, I'd like to clear my way out. But if I see you on the flip side, either way, nice meeting you. Pleasure meeting you, in fact. And yeah, take care.
You too. Safe travel.
Thank you for your time.
Pleasure. And he sort of scoots out the
All
door.
right.
So everything settles down. If you have anything else you want to do before tucking in, embarking on your next adventure.
Yeah, which of you three is taking the first watch?
I'll take the first watch. I would like to go ahead and
Tinker with your toy.
Explore what Davenport can and cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the last watch.
Okay. So the rest of you settle down after your long and extremely eventful day. You find sleep easily in your beds. Nictus sleeps like a baby on the couch or on the chair, and you all find yourselves fully and really truly rested. For the first time, you don't feel any imminent danger. In your watch throughout the night, you don't see anything happen. Rigger, the owl, comes in, sort of perches on Nictus's shoulder, and gives a little gentle hoot to him, and then Nictus turns to you and gives you the thumbs up that the mercenaries are gone, and then he goes back to sleep. And the owl sleeps on his shoulder.
Very nice.
So
when I finally get to bed, I tell Davenport that he is free to shut down for now.
Davenport just kind of goes into an idle stance and then ceases all movement.
Good.
The rest of the night passes by uneventfully, and that concludes our mission, our adventure. The Keeper of the Dead has been completed.
Yay!
Congratulations. Well done.
Yay!
Huzzah.